Hello. Hello. How's everyone doing tonight? Happy Black History Month. Bing bong. All right, immediately you heard my voice. And here I am. And guess what, Apocalypse? I am actually prepared today to bing bong. It's actually right next to me. Welcome, everybody. Welcome in to Hazi's first ever Black History Month stream. Let's do the bing bongs. Bing, tink, bong. Bing bong. Excuse me. Woo woo! How's everyone doing tonight? Hope you're having a good time. Let's swap on over. Let's not swap on over because I have a couple things to talk about. Before I actually show my face, as you guys can see, we are celebrating Black History Month by learning a little bit of Black history. And Teacher Hazi is ready. Disclaimer, I'm not actually a teacher. I don't have a teaching degree. Hello! You guys like the new outfit? Are you guys liking it? Got my little head wrap on. It's super comfy. Isn't it cute? We love it. I'm glad you are all here tonight, so that we can all learn together. I'm not gonna lie, I waited to the last minute. I did like 2 hours of research and I learned a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to start this month off correctly, and I wanted us to start the month learning why the month exists. I figured that would be the best and the easiest way to start this. And I will be doing all of the Black History stuff in this head wrap. And I like it. I still kept the belt buckle top. I just changed the shirt and I added the head wrap and I really like it. I literally did this. I did all of what you're about to see in about 2 hours. I'm not gonna lie. I crammed and I apologize. I should put more work into this. I didn't have enough time to put animations or anything into my PowerPoint. But I've got all weekend now before Monday. So, that's gonna be fun. Whew. Oh my god. You love it? I'm glad you do! You know, you would swear that, like, blue is my favorite color for as much as I make my character wear it. Did everyone bing bong? Because we're in for a good night. We got some nice Afro beats going on. I'm nursing a small headache, but I'm doing better after taking the tape off my left arm and shower. Okay, good. Because you were not feeling well yesterday. So, W recovery, W. I know have Kush. CJ, if I'm being honest, I didn't even realize you bing bonged. I thought you were just kind of here for the vibe. I didn't even think you bing bonged. But good. W Apocalypse bing bong. Hell yeah. I mean, with Apocalypse's name, if he's not bing bonging, there's probably a problem. Okay. So did everyone learn? Throws Kush to CJ. Oh my god, where's the Banjo-Kazooie egg but a nug? Oh my god, I need that. I need that in my life. I gotta see if I can animate that. Okay, that's gonna be on my list to animate one day. If I could get off my ass and do it for once. But yes, did everyone do their homework? Did everybody find at least one topic of Black history to talk about? Does not have to be today, but I did want to talk about. Ah, you don't, Kush. Okay, toss it back. Toss it back or toss it to a friend. I did learn a thing today. What did you learn today, Apocalypse? I would love to know what you learned. Please. Even if it's like a preview of a project you're working on, I would love to know what you learned. I want to know what everybody's topics are going to be. Gerald Jerry Lawson, inventor of the video game cartridge, one of the most prolific pioneers of early gaming industry, changed the way we play games forever by developing the world's first video game cartridge. And I'm assuming he was black. Because that's dope. I didn't know that. That's dope. Okay. Writing that down. Gerald Lawson. Gerald Lawson. Alright. A PowerPoint on Gerald Lawson is going to be done sometime this month. Anybody else? Did anybody else pick a topic that they want me to talk about or that they want to talk about? I have my own that I'm looking into. Please take your kush back. Okay, there you go. Ooh. CJ, Lou, Frey. I know Fright's a little busy. So, like, Fright, you don't have to answer immediately. But anybody else? Anybody else want to learn anything this week? If not, you're all about to learn something this week. I did. Shout out to Marsha P. Johnson, a black trans woman and gay rights activist. Hell yeah. It was her do something that kickstarted the barrage against cops in the Stonewall uprisings. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. W. Marsha P. Johnson. Anybody else? Anybody else want to give a shout out to someone in Black history? Last call. Last call. Who else do we shout out? We'll take athletes, game developers, comic book characters, anime protagonists, anything. If it's black, I want to hear about it. I know that kush is expensive. Please, no toss. Don't worry, it will not get wasted. Not here. Woo! Ooh, okay. Anybody else? Last call. Who has learned something about Black history this week? Anyone. In addition to that, Marsha is the only reason we have gay and trans rights. Blah. Oh, okay. I have one more. Go for it. Go for it. I want to hear it. I love hearing all of this. I love hearing how much we've learned, because I'm also learning. Because I, unfortunately, did not do my people justice in school. I did not learn enough about them. I took an African American Studies class in college, and then I dropped it because I didn't like the teacher. But I honestly wish I had stayed in that class. I would have learned so much. There's so much that I've learned today alone that I should have learned in school. Everyone should learn this in school. But I don't think I ever heard this once. Shout out to Lonnie Johnson, the man who created the Super Soaker. Hell yeah! We love the Super Soaker. Oh my god. Christopher Priest, author of The Falcon, and in 1985, the full-time editor of Spider-Man. Holy shit! W! The black man who created the Super Soaker's name is Lonnie Johnson. That's dope. So we've got the Super Soaker creator, we've got the full-time editor of Spider-Man, we've got Gerald Lawson who created the cartridge. Wow, Nintendo would be broke as hell if it weren't for that man. Let's go! Oh my god. Congratulations. W to all of these black people. W Black History Month. Now, speaking of Black History Month, what we are all learning today together, okay? We are celebrating Black History Month together. And today, we are going to be celebrating the creator of Black History Month, so to speak. And that would be none other than Carter G. Woodson. And we're gonna get into why. Welcome to the Black History Month PowerPoint, Day 1. Today on our list, ladies and gents, and theys and thems, we will be learning about Mr. Carter G. Woodson, born December 19th, 1875, died due to heart failures April 3rd, 1950. May this man rest in peace. Professor Hazy in the house. Yes, yes indeed, yes indeed. Professor Hazy is here. This is the man who started it all. Bask in his glory, write down his name. Please take notes. There will not be a quiz later. But I want you to do more research about this man, because he's actually written a couple of books on Black history that I actually want to get into. It's a lot of it's a lot of stuff based on the education processes of that time, and how a lot of Black people weren't really able to go to school and get the education they needed and deserved. And these books were to help educate them in the history of our lives and how they can get ahead with theirs. She lies. I will quiz you all later. Channel points are on the line. Okay, well, if Lou says so, Lou says so. I can't argue with Lou, okay? Mod overrules streamer, unfortunately, sometimes. You guys ready to get into it? You guys ready to meet Mr. Carter G. Woodson? Let us begin. Carter G. Woodson. He was born in New Canton, Virginia, to former slaves. They were freed when he was born. Due to the education requirements of people in general during the time of his youth, he was unable to go to school normally, so he was self-educated, and he learned everything that the white man could learn for free on his own. He was able to enter high school by the age of 20, and he graduated in 2 years. This man is smart. He's very smart. He's very educated. He deserves the position in society and history that he built upon himself. He got his bachelor's degree in literature, and he taught in schools across his state for years. And then eventually he saved up enough money to travel to other countries as well. He went to Europe, and I can't remember the other one off the top of my head. I do not have my notes out, and I apologize. But he did travel overseas to teach others and learn more about himself, his culture, his history, and so forth. Later, he returned to America, and he earned a master's degree from the University of Chicago. And then he became the second Black American to earn a PhD from Harvard University. Now, if anyone knows, Harvard University is already hard enough to get into, let alone to get into one while you're Black. So that's an achievement in itself, especially due to that current time. And then, even further, after he got his PhD, he joined the Howard University faculty staff and became the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, which gave him the availability and materials to do all that he did in his life later on and what he did for us today. For Black History Month and for the month my grandfather passed away from congestive heart failure, Otis Boykin, he patented over 24 electric devices, and one of his most notable inventions was the pacemaker, inspired by the death of his mother, who tragically passed away when he was just a year old. That is unfortunate reasoning for wanting to create an invention, but props to him for doing that, because he has saved so many lives and extended the lives of others just from creating one thing. Unfortunate, tragic circumstances, but W. That is definitely getting its own PowerPoint. For sure, Otis Boykin is getting a PowerPoint. I'm going to write that down. Otis Boykin. There we go. Including your pop-up. See? Look at that. Black people helping white people these much years later. That wasn't supposed to be a joke. I meant that genuinely. Let me just put that out there. I meant that genuinely. Okay? I meant that genuinely. Because, like, after everything that happened, a lot of issues arise, obviously. A lot of those issues still exist. You know what I mean? So it's really nice to see that after everything went down, we can still all help each other. Ain't that marvelous? Back to Mr. Carter here. Once he got his hands on that position of the Dean of Arts the dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, he focused all of his time and energy on Black history and studies and dedicated his entire life to it, to the point that he wanted to teach all of us what it meant to be Black, how we got here, how we can move forward, and how we can all get along in this rough world. Let me read that from CJ. Lewis Howard Latimer, born September 4th, was an American inventor, patent and draftsman. His inventions included an evaporative air conditioner, an improved process for managing carbon filaments for light bulbs, and an improved toilet system for road cars. Okay! He did a lot. God damn! So many things that Black people have created. It's insane that they don't teach you about this. Oh my lord. Ooh, okay. I'll switch to the next slide in a moment. Sorry, I'm messing with my hair. In 1915, after being the dean of that school for so long, he created the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History, which obviously later on was changed to African American life and history due to the negative connotation of the word Negro, which we all understand is not something that should be, offensively called to anybody. This is all for education purposes. Don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Don't be an ass. I'm Black. I can say that. You can't, all right? Not all of you, anyway. But he established this association, and then over the next 10 years, he gathered as many resources as he could, and then declared Negro History Week for the first time ever. So Black History Week for the first time ever happened in 1926. It took place in the second week of February to honor and commemorate abolitionist Frederick Douglass and President Abraham Lincoln's birthdays, both of whom played a part in abolishing slavery and setting us free from the chains forever, for the most part. So that's... Oh, sorry, my fingers got stuck in my hair. Ow. That's actually really nice. Especially because Abraham Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln is a lot of Black people's favorite president for various reasons. Frederick Douglass is one of the most influential writers of his time, too. Yes, that's true. Frederick Douglass should also get his own PowerPoint. Frederick Douglass should get his own PowerPoint presentation. Ooh, okay. Ooh, God. Oh, got all my twisties out. There we go. There we go. Schools everywhere easily accepted the holiday. Mostly the schools that were, majority Black, majority colored people. They easily accepted the holiday, and we celebrated Black freedom and Black accomplishments all throughout the year, but especially on this week. It was taught at every school possible to give kids hope and energy and determination to live the best life they could, whether they were Black or not. Because if someone can come from the depths of slavery and make of themselves what this man did, anybody can. So we need to learn about all of them. We need to remember this. Because if they could do it, so could we. Because believe me, they had it much harder than we do now. And I'm glad that it's still getting taught. And I'm glad that we still have a Black History Month in general in schools. Because let's be honest, there is definitely a large possibility that in some awkward timeline something happened and we don't celebrate Black history and it's shoved under the rug. But this man made sure that that did not happen in this timeline. And then in 1969, students and educators at Kent State University suggested that instead of having simply a Black History Week, we should have an entire Black History Month to celebrate Black love, Black culture, Black life, Black inventions, Black everything. And they were shut down. They were told no. They were told absolutely not, we're not doing that. Get over yourself. It's not fucking happening. Good luck. So a year later, in 1970, They said, fuck you, we're doing it anyway. And from January 2nd to February 28th of 1970, they celebrated the official first Black History Month. Technically 2 months, but still, it was celebrated. It was accepted through the school itself. Unfortunately, it was met with major retaliation, and we're not going to discuss said retaliation because it is a very sad event. If you understand what I'm talking about, don't say anything. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, just look up Kent State University 1970. You will understand. It's not a great event. Rest in peace to the people that met that retaliation. Although it was not directly related to this event added to those strenuous situations, and the retaliation was not great. Fortunately, 6 years later, after some major healing, President Gerald Ford recognized Black History Month countrywide during the U.S. Bicentennial, which is a major event. 200 years. We were celebrating the birthday of the United States of America for 200 years. A country that was definitely built on slavery and worse. And this man says, nah, we're celebrating black people for the entire month. We're celebrating black people. And this man says, seize the opportunity to honor the often too neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout history. 1976. Black History Month becomes official. Official. Took my man's 101 years after he was born. 101 years. He was born in 1875, sorry. He was born in 1875, and in 1976, it finally became widely accepted. In memoriam, Mr. Carter unfortunately passed due to heart complications in 1950. He left the world as a man of vision and understanding, and we would not be appreciating Black history and culture without the accomplishments of this man. It's unfortunate that he did not get to live to see the Civil Rights Movement or the Civil Rights Act go into effect. He did not get to see the first official Black History Month get celebrated, and he did not get to see the President of the United States saying that it should be accepted worldwide and countrywide to learn about Black Americans and everything that they contribute to this country and then some. And it's very unfortunate. But without this man, Black history and Black culture would not be so widely appreciated by our own race, let alone others. I wish he could have seen how far everything got. Because it's gotten better, and it's gotten worse, and it's gotten better, and it's gotten worse. But overall, it's gotten a lot better than when he was alive. And he did that. He helped. He did that. He started this shit. We would not have Black History Month without this man right here. So no! Sorry. So we're going to ask for a short moment of silence for Mr. Carter G. Woodson. Thank you so much, Mr. Woodson. Thank you so much, Mr. Woodson. I don't have an applause sound effect, but yay! 'Cause, 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 you. There we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was your first lesson in Black history. I do hope you enjoyed it. I do hope you learned a little bit or a lot, whichever. I actually did, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I had never heard that name before in my life before today. I had no idea. I didn't know why Black History Month existed, I just knew it was a thing. Ain't that insane? Oh yeah, he would have loved Black Panther. Oh my god, can you imagine if Chadwick Boseman is probably chatting with him right now, let's be honest. Frederick Douglass I did learn in school, but Mr. Woodman here, Professor Woodman actually, Dr. Woodman actually, he had a doctorate. Dr. Woodman I had never heard of in my life. And I'm proud to say that I've learned something today, and I will be going forward in life knowing that I've learned about that. And I'm going to keep that knowledge in my head. And I hope that's good for everybody else as well. So what did we learn? Did I do a good job? I haven't made a PowerPoint since high school. So I haven't done a PowerPoint presentation since high school. So I hope I did a really good job. And at least a mediocre job. At least an understanding amount. So, did we do good? Did we enjoy? I hope so. He would have loved Black Panther, but he wouldn't have enjoyed Black Lightning. Yeah, I can agree. I did great. Okay, good. Okay, thanks. Whew. All right. Whew. Wipe the forehead. Yay! So what did we learn? What did we learn? Anything? Lou, this would be time for the quiz. This is the time for the quiz. Because Lou over there is the actual history buff. He's the one that likes history and enjoys reading about timelines and everything like that. He's the one who should be doing this. He's the one who should be the history professor, not me. He knows so much more about history than I do. Oh, there's no need for a quiz. We had a good lesson. See, I told you there wasn't going to be a quiz afterwards. I told you guys were safe. See, I got you. Everything's fine. I just avoid American history. Yeah, American history isn't great. That's why we're focusing on Black American history, which also isn't always great. But it's still Black history, and it's still something that all Black people should learn. Ooh. Oh, ow. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Owie, owie. Okay. I'm glad we learned a lot today. I'm glad we learned a little bit today, or a lot. I just said that. I'm a little nervous. I don't like giving presentations, and hopefully this will make it easier on me in the future. Ooh. Ozzy, yes. Shut up. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm doing the thing. I know. I'm nervous. Anyways, that was a nice little 30-minute lesson. I'm gonna try and keep all of the little PowerPoints about like a 30-minute short lesson, answer any questions I could, and all that jazz. Dr. Woodson is the smartest motherfucker who graduated high school in 2 years, got into Harvard and dean status, then got a week recognizing us, and then was the first dude to be like, fuck it, we ball, and got the week recognized. At home. Setting up Black History Month by saying, fuck it, we ball, is the funniest shit I've read all week. Oh my god, that was great. Oh my god, that was gorgeous. You did it already. The fuck are you nervous for now? Because I have to do it again. And I don't know what I'm gonna do next time, okay? I'm hoping one of you will have a presentation and I can just show it, because I don't want to do this again. But I'm going to, because this is actually important and I'm actually learning something, and it's great. So I am going to dip for like 2 minutes. I'm going to get myself something to drink to get completely set up. And then we're going to go back to Fontaine and do some more Genshin story, okay? So give me a moment. I'll be right back. You guys get to jamming. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see here. Who we pick? Let's go with Yao Yao. Cause I like Yao Yao. Alright. I will be back in a couple of minutes. You guys enjoy and gem. I be back later. Alrighty? Be back in a moment. I'm not muted anymore! Okay. I did want to make a statement. Well, I mean, yeah, make a statement. I wanted to make a comment on what Lou said and add to the fact that, like, he's got a large point. Why don't we know about Mr. Goodman? Why do I keep saying Goodman? Lord of mercy. Why don't we know about Dr. Woodman? Maybe if we knew about Dr. Woodman, I wouldn't mess up his name as much. Like, that should be something that we should just know. Like, if someone asked me, oh, how did Black History Month become a thing? I should know the answer. Especially as a black person and black creator, I should know where the origins of Black History Month is. You know what I mean? That just feels like something I should know. Alright, here we go. Let's hop back onto the Genshin. Oh, wait. Oh. What? How do you do that? There we go. Let's hop onto the Genshin. Let's do this again. Why is my... Hold on. I need to fix my PNG real quick because she's jumping out of her chair. There we go. Okay, that fixed it. I just need to move it down a little bit. Dr. Woodson. I'll get it one day. I really will. I'm trying my best. Okay. So let's go ahead and swap on over to the secondary main event. Going back into the story of Fontaine. I did get some Battle Pass stuff done earlier today, so I'll probably get the rest done tomorrow and Saturday. I got halfway there. Got all my stuff done for the day. I need to do a couple more ley lines. Do I have enough to do some right now? I have enough to do 3 right now, so I'm going to. So we're gonna do this real quick. Especially folks like Angela Davis and the black folks who created security systems, a traffic light, shit like that. Yeah! Like, there's so much stuff that black people have made that I wouldn't have known unless I, like, felt to Google it one day. And that doesn't happen often, which is upsetting. It's all the way the fuck up there? Oh, I missed one. Give me 1 second, I'm untwisting a strand in my head. Whose song is this? I don't know. Maybe it's Candice Dia. Say I know one of them. Let's see.
Staying the same forever.
Let's see, shall we? It's Dia. It is indeed Dia. I don't know if it'll actually, like, show correctly. It's not showing correctly, but it's Dia.
Beautiful.
I mean, to be fair, the song is called Fiery
Alas,
Lioness.
that is simply not the way the world works.
Alright, I need to float on over to here. Where am I going? I just want to say, fuck this story quest. I hated it. With a passion. I did not like it. It was not fun for me. This music is fun for me, though. Oh boy, ooh, I almost dashed! I saved it, everything's fine. This is why we like our floating spa-boost.
Right now. Right here. Time to act. Rain cutter.
You're toast! Out of the frying pan, it's the... Stay put!
Right now. Right here.
Jesus, that was a lot of damage! Did y'all catch that? The Dendro cores hit him for 16k! Whew. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys. Yaimiko is very close to getting Triple Crown. She is extremely close to getting Triple Crown. And I don't know what I'm gonna do once I get her Triple Crowned, man.
Right now. Right here.
Triple Crown? Triple Crown means your, all of your skills are level 10.
Right now.
Minimum.
Right here. Emerge. No, my sword. Witness the power of Gugwa.
You'll get him, Gilligren!
How's this? Cut to the berry.
More of you. Don't say.
Let's get down to business.
Right now. Right here.
Wait,
Ooh.
there's more.
Yeah, she's gonna be my first Triple Crown. And I'm not ashamed.
Emerge. Right
I
now.
really like Yaimiko, if you haven't figured it out. She's my baby girl. I love her. She's amazing. And to be fair, the way Lou feels about Navia is the way I feel about Yaimiko. I'm not ashamed. I'm only partially ashamed. Where's that? There it is. Ah, crap, that's right. It's not... Oh, wait, it's not raining here anymore, right? Because I finished this, right? Ha ha ha. Which means... Lou! 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 I can do it. I can finally open this domain. I'm doing this real quick. I'm doing this right now.
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the office.
Oh my god. I can finally do it. I forgot. I turned on the light. I turned on the light. So I can do this now. Congratulations to me. Woo! Woo!
Remarkable condition.
Yeah! Yeah! Now, which one is that? I have no fucking idea, if I'm being honest. Let's find out. Formation Estate. Oh! It's just a random one that just gives me shit. Alright, so I'll go through that later. It's right here. It's by the Jakutsu mine. It's this thing. I still have to unlock this one, and I don't remember how to do it. Oh shit, big door, hell yeah. We're not doing that right now, though. One day, I am going to take a stream and go through all of the domains that aren't actually, I fucked up.
Emerge.
I forgot to switch back to
Right here.
Xiangling.
Right now. Body and mind. Ring cutter.
Stay put.
There's a lot going on, I can't see. Ooh,
Objection.
get me out. Woo! Why, Yanfei? Why are you so squishy? We don't like that you are that squishy. Finally, we got that done. Alright, is that my last one? Yep. Alright, cool. That was 7. There we go. Oh. The Veil has no domains. It's weird. I haven't gone there yet. So I haven't seen it yet. But no domains at all? Well, to be fair, it's kind of like an add-on like the Chasm and Enkonomia and, well, I mean, the Mountain has one. But, you know how, the little extra area in Sumeru. Hold on, I'm scrolling over to it. Oh no, this one has domains too. Interesting. But the Chasm doesn't. So, like, Enkonomia doesn't have a domain. So I'm like, I get it. You know what I mean? It's all it's all teleports like Enkonomia. That's probably why. It just feels weird without nothing. That means they're probably going to give you a lot of puzzles to do, because that's what kept me busy in Enkonomia. There's a lot of like sigils and stuff that I still have to discover and stuff down here. So I might have a day where I go through that. It's worth for new enemies.
Most humans could have the entirety of their...
I haven't fought the line yet. Like it's like a water line. New enemy designs are gorgeous. I can't wait, but I want to get stuff done, and I'm already behind as is, so I'm going to keep going with what I was already doing and go from there. Plus, we're gonna have to do Jianyun's story quest eventually, which is probably gonna send me there anyway. But we are going to get the Fontaine story done. Yes, back on track, back on track, back on track. Also, I spent some star glitter today, and I got my 5 wishes for the month for each wish. I used my standard ones. I shouldn't have, but I used my standard one. I didn't get anything good. But I do have the pinky wishes, the good wishes. Got those. I got 5 of them, and we're saving them. Saving up all of our wish. I'm tracking which domains I need to unlock. I still have 4 left. The Sumeru Desert ones are annoying because underground. Yeah, I haven't explored the underground Sumeru yet. I'm not necessarily afraid. I just know it's annoying because I accidentally discovered Satekva nuts. So it just was annoying for me. Another 10 Primo Gems. What are we sitting at, out of curiosity? Because I did make a wish, so I would be closer to, I'd be closer to 900 if I didn't make that wish. And I'm not, like, ridiculously upset. I got some star glitter in a couple of these. Alright. The intertwined fates are stacking up. Yes, indeed they are. Now let's go ahead and turn on this Genshin music. Alright, there we go. Alright, we are all set to go for Genshin.
The idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
I've done 30 pulls for Jianyun and she's still MIA. Oh, I think I saw it. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's a whirlpool. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Oh, I probably can swim under here. I expect her to run for me. I don't know. Oh, because you got Navia. That's right. Oh, no. You might not get her. I hope you do. Where do you want me to go? You want me to go this way? Okay, I went the wrong way. Whoops. Yeah, I know. Alright, am I jumping into the water to see if I can find this thing? The answer was yes. There it is. I don't want to go that way. We're going up. Navia came home on first pool. She knew where she belonged, but this one, IDK. As much as I hate to admit it, based on the two of you's pity on what I think it is, I'm more likely to get Jeon Yun than either of you are, and I want her, but I can't get her right now. I have to behave. I want someone to get her. I want to get her, but I don't want to risk missing out on Yae Miko. I really want my Yae Miko. I want my Yae Miko C1. Like, I want to. I want to focus my favorite character for once. Because the last time I fucked up and I was like, oh, I'll do it. And then I got the character from the last banner and then I couldn't get Yae Miko and I didn't get her weapon. But...
It is settled then. Please excuse me and enjoy your conversation at your leisure.
Thank you for arranging everything for us, Malus.
Excuse me, miss. Do you need anything from us?
Adele, why are you angry?
Hey, Navia's all quiet. This isn't like her at all.
To be fair, Paimon, this is the mother and the child whose father was supposedly killed by hers. There's probably a reason for that.
I'm sorry that I only came to visit after all this time. After what happened, I didn't know how I was supposed to face the two of you.
Ah, if it's about that, there's no need to apologize. After my husband died, Spina di Rosula sent us a lot of mora and support. I understood your guilt and apology to be genuine.
But aren't all of those things nothing compared to the loss of Jacques? I can understand the kind of pain that comes with losing a father so needlessly.
You don't understand at all.
Fuck you, little
I
kid.
didn't know how to face you, because I didn't know what I could possibly bring as a consolation gift. I know only the full truth could bring closure to you, and to all of us.
I'm sorry. I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't have to carry all that guilt. On the matter regarding my husband, my daughter and I have more or less found our answer already.
Would you mind sharing it with me? I really can't believe that my father could ever bring himself to shoot Jacques.
I always knew that my husband's money was earned through others' suffering. He told me countless times that if he could turn back the clock, he would never go into the synth business again. He had many regrets, and felt that he took the idea of providing for his family too literally. For the longest time, he thought Mora was everything. So when Mr. Callis came to him with a proposal, he accepted it almost immediately. He tried to be as careful as he could, but even so, he was still found out by the higher-ups.
They found out about his betrayal?
Papa didn't say that exactly, but Papa did tell me that I should never be ungrateful.
Before he left that day, he told me that he had no choice. It was only later that I realized it was his final farewell to the two of us. I don't know that for sure, but you could say that's the conclusion I eventually came to. Which is
Reminds me
why
of a
I'm the
Skyrim
one
kid?
who should feel
Damn.
guilty. Callis had always taken great care of us, both when he was still alive and after he passed away. Even if he fired the shot that killed my husband, it was likely in self-defense. It is impossible for me to hate him for what he had done.
But Mama, why is Papa still the bad guy if he did the right thing? Papa always wanted to be a good man, so why did he have to do a bad thing in the end?
Well, things aren't always as they seem. You still feel like your papa
Thank you
was
for the
a good
hydrate,
man,
Lou.
right?
Yeah, Papa was a really good man. The best in the whole world.
Then you should hold on to that. If a good man had to do a bad thing, then he must have had his reasons. regardless of whether he left you a parasol or a sword. He must have done so to give you a better life.
Oh.
Thank you for everything you've told me. I will definitely find the truth. The current state of things is not something I'm willing to just sit back and accept.
Thank you.
Okay,
I'm
kid
very
isn't as
grateful
bad
to
as
hear this from
Skyrim.
you.
This is true.
Even though your personality is quite different from your father's, your determination when you speak is really similar.
You really think so? That's the first time anyone said that to me.
Testimony from the Jacques family. Jacques' family believes that he had struggled greatly with the order to kill Callus. Did Callus act in self-defense, or was there more to the incident? Find out next time on Don Navia Solves the Mystery. We're playing Ace Attorney already? This entire storyline is Ace Attorney, let's be honest. Talk to Florent.
Are you okay, Navia?
I'm fine. Don't worry. Let's investigate the 3 suspects next. Florent should be nearby, and we should be able to find Thierry and Uncle Marcel in the city. I'll get myself together on the way, so please don't worry.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I wanted to respond to you. I just wanted to talk.
Greetings, boss. How may I be of assistance
I know
today?
folks don't like kids, but kids often reflect their parents' parenting, emotions included. Yeah, there are some kids that just don't learn, and those kids are often portrayed in video games as just being super duper stubborn and not listening, and it's the annoying video game trope that I don't like. It's not IRL, because IRL kids learn. In video games, they don't always learn, and it's just kind of annoying. Video game kids and movie kids are like the most annoying. Sitcom kids are more bearable than video game and movie kids. I don't particularly like the violent comments toward children. I'm not gonna hurt a kid. Kids just annoy me. I'm never gonna hurt a kid. They just annoy me.
I'm sure you've heard about what happened at the Opera House. Someone got turned into water right in front of us.
Yeah, I've heard. With something that dramatic, I'm sure journalists will milk it for all it's worth. And it'll be all the talk for the next several weeks.
It also reminded me, on the day that the incident happened with my father, it was raining outside, and we found some clothes left at the scene.
Aha.
After my partner here put the dots together for me, I feel like we should try to reopen his case. Can you do me a favor and try to recall what happened that night?
Let me think. Mr. Callus was feeling pretty upbeat that day. So he was drinking and bantering away with us at the table. After that, he told us that he wanted to go get some fresh air. So we let him go without thinking much of it. Who knew that we would hear 2 gunshots ring out right after? My first reaction was that Mr. Callus's life was in danger. So I grabbed my holster and made a mad dash toward the scene. But when I got there, it was already too late. Mr. Callus was standing over a dead body with a gun in his hands. All we could do was look back and forth at each other, not knowing what to say.
So you also remember 2 gunshots then?
Indeed. The guards said that the first shot didn't hit anyone, while the second killed Jacques. But I've never really bought that explanation. Reason being, Mr. Callus had left his gun on the table. I even made sure to confirm that before running to the scene. But according to the guards, that doesn't mean he couldn't have had other guns on his person.
I mean, yeah.
About the
All things
clothes
considered.
left at the scene that you mentioned. Do you think there was a third person there who was turned into water?
At least from our perspective, my father had no reason to kill. So he would also have no reason to bring an extra gun with him.
I wish movie, video games, and sitcoms did better. Okay, cool. So we're all on the same page here. Video game kids, sitcom kids, and movie kids are the most annoying kids to exist. And they don't actually exist. I don't know what writers do with these characters, but they over-exaggerate how kids act, and it makes them very annoying and just unbearable in certain situations. And I wish they wouldn't write children like that. Because not all children are whiny and annoying and uppity. Yet every time you run into a stubborn kid, they are whiny, annoying, and uppity. For what reason? I don't get it. It's unnecessary. Moving on. There are too many guns here. Wait, they haven't transported arms from other countries yet? They're really French. Well, I don't think there's a reason to transport guns to other countries, because I don't think Fontaine's ever been in a war, and I don't think Teyvat has ever had to deal with a world war, because it was kind of just Conria against the world, so it wasn't really them against each other, so I don't think they really had a reason to import guns, especially with how many visions existed. Too uppity, that's a term I've had seen to pre-diagnosed neurodivergent kids or problem children. And, like, that's also true. But if you're going to, make a neurodivergent kid, just say it's a neurodivergent kid. They usually have these kids with no diagnosis, no therapy, no actual, diagnosed problems in the show. And it's just like, oh, he's just an annoying kid. He's just going through that phase. And it's like, if you're going to write and design the child like this, could you actually tell us what's up with the child and not 5 seasons or 3 video games later? Please. If you're going to design and write an ADHD or any type of neurodivergent child into your show, tell us the child is neurodivergent. Instead of just making the kid act annoying for no reason. Because there are kids who aren't neurodivergent that act like that. And they're not neurodivergent. They just act like that. They're uppity and annoying and whiny. And they're not even late diagnosed later in life. Like, just write them like actual people. Like, kids go to therapy. Kids have problems too. That's okay. Don't just write it off as some kid having a bad day. With sitcom children in particular, they normally make the most annoying kid age up into a hot adult normally, as well as like a glow up, and it's weird. Like Roger from Sister Sister. Yes! Oh my god, Roger from Sister Sister is the perfect fucking example of this. Roger from Sister Sister is the most annoying child to have ever existed on TV. Or at least he's up there. He's in like the top 10 or at least the top 20. But then he grows up and all of a sudden he's hot and he's cool and like they like him now. And it's like, what happened? There was no real explanation onto how we got from annoying ass motherfucker to fine ass I want to date you. That made no sense. There are certain personality traits that you have as a kid that are going to travel with you through life. And with Roger, it didn't. It was like he was a completely different character. They just kept the fact that he annoyed them. But later on in the show, he had no reason to annoy them. He was better. He was less annoying. He had learned to control himself and all that jazz. But they still treated him as the same annoying kid. Things like that are just annoying to me. But let me move on. Sorry, Don Navia. Your dad had no reason to kill. He has no reason to bring an extra gun. I think they put the primordial seawater in his drink. And that's how they were trying to kill him.
The gun he was holding probably belonged to Jacques, or a third person on the scene.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So you're saying Mr. Callis ended up with the gun because he seized it from one of the other guys? But hold on. If that's what had happened, then why didn't he share the truth with any of us? He didn't even want to face the Oratrice machine, and chose instead to prove his honor in a duel. Did he lose all faith in the courts after seeing someone dissolve right in front of his eyes?
About that, Malouse told me a thing or two. So, I think I can understand why he committed to the duel. I'll tell you everything once the whole truth has been revealed.
I understand. Then I'll leave Mr. Callis's honor in your hands, boss. And if I may just say one more thing, the whole callous the unfaithful epithet has been a thorn in my side since the day it was invented. Many people have laughed at me for still calling him Mr. Callous, even after so many years have passed. But it was Mr. Callous's trust that allowed me to rise through the ranks of Spina di Rosula and live the life I lead today. No matter what others might say, he'll always be the man I respect the most. And he'll always be my boss.
Don't worry. I will definitely find the truth. You and all our other comrades at the Spina deserve to know the truth as well.
Information regarding Florent. Florent, the advisor of the Spina di I can't say this ever. Spina di Rosula, claimed that he was very grateful to Callous for his kindness. He was also
Traveling
present
to
at
other
the
worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world.
I was reading, thank you. He was also present at the banquet on the day of the case and could provide evidence that Callous did not carry a gun with him when he went out. So here's the thing. Why didn't he step up and say that? Because he could've. Where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? Oh. You want me to go all the way the fuck over here. Got it. Okay. I thought they were in the caves with me, but they were not. They were indeed not in caves with me. Gunpowder and crumpets is all you smell here. Yeah? We've been offered cake so many times since we've gotten to Fontaine. It's kind of amazing. Hey, Thierry.
Hey, Thierry, it's me.
Oh, now, what brings you here, Miss Navia? I've heard that you made quite the name for yourself at the Opera House.
Oh, so you've got news of that already.
Poodle!
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm also a member of the guards, you know. The way you make it sound, people would think I was sent off to Poisson because I had done something wrong.
Are you sure there isn't a little bit of truth in that? Under normal circumstances, shouldn't you have been called back to the city already?
I mean, where I work is really up to me. Let's just say I enjoy the ambiance of Poisson. Callous did a fantastic job running the town, building Spina di Rosula from the ground up and clearing many obstructions in my way. It would be next to impossible for me to find a similarly easy but high-paying job in the city. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Are these two friends of yours? You, here for some formal business?
Yes. These two are my partners. What happened at the Opera House made us realize that Linny's case and my father's may be related. We're trying to reinvestigate the details of my father's old case.
Ah, I get it. You think there might be more to the case now that we know people can be dissolved into water, right? I was also flabbergasted when I first heard of it.
That didn't sound that
If you want to go
believable,
through
just
the
saying.
original files from your father's case, I can help you look for them.
That'd
Or
be
you could
much
just tell us where they
appreciated.
are.
Thank you. Actually, I have another question. Do you have the authority to dispatch Gardamex?
Of course. Without them, I couldn't possibly handle Poisson on my own. Why do you ask? We definitely can't use them to forcefully get more evidence for your father's case.
Well, you see, just recently, we were attacked by a horde of unnumbered Gardamex in the city. So, if you hypothetically wanted to do something against me, all you would need to do is get rid of the mecha serial numbers and send them after me.
Then you think too highly of my abilities. Dispatching mecha is very different from controlling them.
Oh?
If I had to make an analogy, when you order a dish, the chef will make it for you. You can ask the chef to cook, but not to massage your shoulders or carry your baggage. If you try to make unreasonable demands, the chef would just think you're out of your mind and ignore you completely. The same goes for me and my Gardamex. Removing a serial number is also not as easy as you might think. There are a lot of complex steps to it, and it's almost impossible to keep it a secret. So I can promise you, those mecha were definitely private units. They're certainly not cheap. So, whoever their owner is must be super rich, powerful, or both. Now that you mention it, though, being in the synth business would definitely be profitable enough to afford this.
That was a lot of information for someone who's supposedly innocent, just saying.
Oh, then you're officially in the clear, Thierry.
Nah, not with that zoom in. She knows he's sus as fuck.
Oh, well, thank you for the vote of confidence, Navia. Jokes aside, I'd like to wish you all the best with your investigation.
I don't trust cops, it's
I'll
the
be staying
same.
in the city for a little while, so just come find me if you need any support from the guards.
Information regarding Thierry. Thierry is the person responsible for official contact between the Spina di Rosula and the guards. According to him, only the sufficiently rich can privately own large numbers of guard mechs. Alright. Contact Marcel. Where is Marcel? Where shall I go? He wants me to jump down below. I shall. Oh, no, it does not want me to jump down below. It wants me to take the frickin' elevator. It's probably down here. No? I didn't mean to actually teleport. I don't trust cops either. See? I don't trust cops. Especially not during Black History Month. I don't trust cops. I don't know what floor we need to go to, so I'm gonna go down 2 and pray. Ugh! A poodle guard? Trust. Yeah, no. Poodle guard? Best doggo. Where am I going? I have to talk to Marcel. Which I thought it was going to take me underground, but it's not underground. I have too many bad experiences with them myself. Same.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
Go. So did I need to go down? No, I didn't think so. Okay, so I could have just jumped down. It wasn't very clear that I could have just jumped down. I'd rather be safe than sorry, instead of getting lost again.
Hello. How may I help you?
I'm here to see Marcel. Could you please let him know? You can just say Navia's looking for him.
Sure. I will let him know right away.
How much y'all want to bet Marcel's missing? Oh, never mind.
Navia, hello. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not as young as I used to be, so my legs are giving out a bit.
Oh, it's all right, Uncle Marcel. There's no need to stress. I just wanted to talk to you briefly about what happened in the Opera House. I'm sure you saw everything too, right?
Yes, I've never seen anything so strange.
Oh, you were at the Opera House too?
That's right. I went there with Navia to see the magic show. Who knew it would turn into a whole murder mystery? I also witnessed your marvelous sleuthing work. Quite impressive.
Yeah, you go,
To beat the
Paimon.
Hydro Archon at her own game on her own turf, I can already imagine everyone in Fontaine discussing your exploits over a few glasses of wine.
Oh, Paimon doesn't want to become the talk of drunkards.
Apologies. It's just how Fontaine is as a nation. Everyone loves drama and theatrics.
Uncle Marcel, you've also noticed that other thing, right? The fact that humans can dissolve in water?
Specifically
Yes,
Fontaine
I
humans.
was reminded of your father's case right away. Is that what you're investigating now?
Exactly. I still don't have much solid proof, but I can sense that the other side has already begun to act.
Oh, and what makes you say that?
We were attacked on Araneus by some unnumbered Gardamex. And there was also an attempt to get me to drink water from the primordial sea. If not for the vigilance of my partner, I probably wouldn't even be here talking to you right now.
Oh, you're giving us too much credit. Wasn't it you who protected us?
Alas.
This feels so much like romanticized Paris, it's unreal. I think that's the point, honestly. Everything in this game is a romanticized version of a real world location.
Poisson will always remain a safe haven for you. If you're scared, you can always return there. If anyone dares to lay their hands on you there, the Confrérie of Cabrières will use its funds to the last Mora to bring them to justice.
Thank you, Uncle Marcel. But I don't intend to go into hiding. I'm going to strike while the iron's hot. Do you have any new thoughts on my father's case?
About that. Sorry, my age is catching up with me, so it'll take me a while to recall my memory. The Confrérie was responsible for that banquet, so I was out and about the whole time making sure things were running smoothly. I didn't even have the time to drink with the guests. Then I heard the sound of a gunshot, and the rest was history.
A gunshot?
Oh, it's okay. No need to push yourself. We'll ask around some more, see if there are any valuable clues elsewhere.
Sounds good. Just let me know if you ever need Mora.
He said a gunshot. Everybody else said
All
two.
my wealth comes from Callus's patronage and support. I'll spend however much it takes to clear his name.
Marcel is the leader of the Confrérie of Cabrières and was the organizer of the banquet years prior. The Confrérie and the Spina di Rusula have always maintained a close working relationship, though his recollection of the recollection of the events is... Though his recollection of the events of the case is quite foggy, he is willing to defend Navia. Your money's on Marcel? Alright, it's Marcel or Thierry. It's either him or the cop. It's either him or the cop for sure. Place your bets. Is it going to be Marcel or Thierry? Who do we think? Wait, can I get this off my map real quick? Sorry. Lou says Thierry. CJ says Marcel.
We've talked to all three suspects, purely based on their conversations with me.
None of them sounded particularly suspicious.
No one really stood out as a suspect.
I suppose that's to be expected, though. If a single conversation's all that's needed to find them out, then my father wouldn't have needed to investigate the case for so many years. Anyway, even though we didn't make a breakthrough, let's still compile what we were able to find.
But where should we start?
Jacques.
Ah, you're right! Flora mentioned that Callus probably only ended up with the gun because of circumstance. That makes sense.
According to Jacques' family members, he already told them that he had been discovered, and that he had no choice before he left home that day. If I had to guess, he probably received an order from the synth boss to kill my father. Had he refused, he and his family's lives would have been forfeit.
So, Jacques fired the first shot?
If I was Jacques, I wouldn't have fired a shot at all.
Oh? And why is that?
Could he guarantee his family's safety after killing Callus?
That's a good point. Jacques probably already knew that he was just being used as a tool for murder. And once he had completed his mission, he'd be of no more use to his boss.
So, what would make more sense from his perspective would be to turn his back on the Order and seek protection from my father. Makes sense. But without evidence, that's still just a theory.
A game theory! Sorry.
Besides Jacques, the attack from the Gardamex has been bothering me quite a bit as well. It's obvious that our enemy has become more antsy after the secret of the primordial seawater was revealed.
Do you think he knew, even then, that we'd follow this lead to the end?
Given everything that's happened since, it's quite possible. But who among the 3 suspects would have the ability to control privately owned Gardamex?
Marcel! CJ might have been right. Marcel's got the fucking money.
Uncle Marcel? My father did really trust him. And they worked together on a large number of projects. Maybe that's how he got to know Jacques. And with funds from the Confrérie, he could also afford a
Let me know
large
if you
number
ever
of
need
Gardamex.
Mora. From what we're recalling, aren't y'all scrapped for Mora? So, no, her family is scrapped for Mora. They're a family that works with her family. So they loan Mora to her.
Wouldn't this mean he has been spending a whole lot of Mora and energy to fight his own synth business?
Laurent has money.
Laurent? It is true that he was closest to my father, and thus had the best chance of learning about his dealings with Jacques. But as Spina di Rosula's advisor, his work mostly deals with personnel and security, so he shouldn't have much means when it comes to finances.
So you're saying he's too broke to afford a mecha army?
I love that it's spelled with a K and not a CH.
And even if he could, I don't think he would be able to dispatch a whole group so quickly.
Okay, I guess it's Thierry.
Thierry, you say? Huh. It is possible that he's figured out a way to convert the Gardamex for personal use. But I didn't feel like he was lying when he was talking to us about the mecha. I also don't think he'd be able to keep that kind of tampering under wraps.
Yeah. Had he actually tampered with the mecha, we'd be able to prove it with a simple check of the guard's inventory. If the mecha were taken from the guards, it should be pretty easy to find out when and how that happened.
Who could it be?
I think... Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see. Relevant. Laurent, the revisor of the speed. Oh, we gotta pick one. Yeah, I think it's between these two. I think it's between Terry and Marcel. I don't think it's Florent. Story-wise, it would be traumatizing if it was Florent. But these two... This guy had a really close relationship with him, so I really would doubt that it would be him again. I think it's one of these guys. Because he's got the money for it, and he knows how it works. He doesn't know shit about shit. I think that maybe he found out about the relationship between Jacques and spilled it to one of these guys, and then one of these two ended up doing the thing, if that makes sense. So, for right now, I'm gonna go with Marcel, just because he has more money.
You know, if you think everything through, Uncle Marcel is indeed the most suspicious of them all.
Could we be missing other suspects? Malus didn't know about the people turning into water thing when he narrowed it down to these 3, did he?
Malus has always been very reliable, and his judgment of others' trustworthiness has been fair and well considered. When he laid out his case for the 3, the rationale he gave me made a lot of sense as well.
Maybe it made too much sense.
Knowledgeable about the Spina's internal affairs, has the means to dispatch Mecha to assassinate us, and possesses significant intellect and foresight. Even if I don't want to believe it, I'm starting to see how things could all tie back to Uncle Marcel.
Well, we still have another trump card on top of all the theorizing and speculating.
The synth production bees.
Yes, Malus did say that charging straight in there would be extremely risky, but we don't have any other options right now. We need far more solid proof before we can hope to go charging in on our enemy.
Navia, here you are. Oh, I've been looking for you.
Uh-oh.
Huh? aren't you the guy from the guards? Did something happen?
Yeah. News came from Irenaeus just after you left. We've got another trial on our hands.
Wasn't that place built specifically for holding trials? What's so newsworthy about this one?
I know. But they said the person they're putting on trial is a Fatui Harbinger called
Child!
Tartaglia.
Child, what the what's happening to Child? What did Child do?
What? Is that someone you know?
Yeah, Navia, we gotta go.
We know him. Maybe even a little too well.
Well, he's been accused of being the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. It's absurd, don't you think?
Wait, how? None of our investigations.
He got in the
had anything
SeaWorld
to do
tank
with
and
him.
got in trouble.
That's what I thought was strange about it, so I came to tell you the news right away. If the charge against him stands, then it'll be next to impossible to get the guards to support any of our planned investigations.
Right. Because they'll think they've already found the culprit.
Yeah. And it'll be a lot harder then to clear Mr. Callus's name.
Alright, no, I should have picked Terry.
I understand. Well, partner, what do you think we should do? Huh? Split up? What do you mean? Just as expected of my partner.
Wait, so are you going to the trial and I'm going to Child?
About the serial disappearances case, the culprit's attention will be focused on Irenaeus, leaving his home base wide open.
Okay, so I'm going to the
You're
synth thing.
This is our best opportunity. All right then, let's do this. I'll stall them at the Opera House and charge Marcel as the true culprit. I won't have any chance of making that charge stick, though, unless we find more evidence. It'll be up to you to make it back in time and hand the decisive evidence to me.
We'll help you, just like you helped us in Linny's trial.
Demoiselle, please allow us to accompany you.
I'm ready.
Hey, yo, what if it was this nigga? What if it was Silver?
When did you two get here?
We heard that you'll be leaving Poisson and figured that you might require our assistance.
Or what if it's Malouse? What if it's
our
been
hope
Malouse the
that
whole time?
Your confidence will be bolstered with the two of us by your side.
Thank you so much. Then, let's make haste for Irenaeus. Paimon, Traveler, I'll see you at the Opera House.
Don't say that. I don't want it to be, but you know how Genshin be. Combining the information regarding the Gardamex and the investigation results so far, it can be concluded that there is only one person who can have a large number of Gardamex in his possession and run the synth business without leaving traces. This person is none other than Marcel.
Now that Navia has set out for Irenaeus, we should also get going.
Alright,
The location has already been marked on the map, so let's head over.
going. Find the entrance to the
According
headquarters.
to Malouse's info, the synth production base is underwater. Let's go and try to find the entrance.
Here we go. Ooh, a teleport point. Excuse me. Don't mind me. What do I do? What do I do? Gameplay tutorial. Okay. Release Fontamer water blades that are long and sharp. Hold to aim and release. Use this ability to cut the weak sections of the Fontamer seagrass and destroy them. Where? I don't see that. Where? Where? What weak seagrass? Did I miss it? Oh, there we go. This combat is really weird. Am I supposed to hurt you? No? Okay. Alright, cool. Ah! Down there. Got it. I know what to do. Gameplay tutorial. Recovery orb. You will sometimes see these energy-emitting blocks underwater. Touching them will cause your character to absorb the energy, restoring aquatic stamina and HP. Cool. So these guys. You... Gameplay tutorial. Okay, here we go. Some weak sections of the Fondamer seagrass will shine with a special light. These must all be completely cut using Fondamer water blades or they will regrow. Alright. Oh, I gotta let myself have 2 charges. Got it. No? Hello? Why can't I cut them fast enough? Is it... okay. Am I doing it wrong? Oh, okay, so I can cut both. Okay. There we go. Understood. I'm getting it. I'm understanding.
Finally found it! Huh. So this is the entrance that leads to the synth production base. It sure doesn't seem out of the ordinary at all. Ah, you're right. An important place like this is bound to have a ton of protective measures and mechanisms. Navia's probably arguing up a storm right now to stall for us.
Meanwhile, inside the Opera Epiclese. Yeah, because I want to know what's going on with Child. I want to know how we got here. Please do tell.
It would appear that I must repeat my question again, Mr. Tartaglia. Do you accept the charge that you are the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
To be perfectly honest, I don't understand your country's complicated court system, or the reason why I'm being charged with something I've never even heard of. However, I did hear that people who have been charged can choose to participate in a duel to clear their name. Is that right? In which case, as long as I accept the charge, I can have an all-out fight with that champion duelist Clorend, right?
Why do you want to fight her?
That's one of the most enticing offers I've ever received. When I privately sparred with her last time, she was obviously holding back. Real disappointing.
Hey! Don't you understand? You're currently the prime suspect for a major case. This isn't the place for you to be looking for fights.
Oh? Sounds like the Hydro Archon wants to lecture me on the ways of the Opera House. Then why don't you duel me too? I'm the kind of student that learns best in the heat of battle.
Child, you don't have a vision right now.
No. That's not what I meant.
Alas, it would appear that communication with the defendant is going poorly, and we have made very little progress. In that case, let me explain everything from the very beginning again. The goal of this trial is to determine the culprit behind the serial disappearances case.
That case had nothing to do with him. You've got the wrong man.
Huh? What's going on? Why is she interjecting again?
You have a problem?
I told you it couldn't be one of the Fatui Harbingers.
Miss Navia, this is the second time you've interrupted the court proceedings. I only tolerated your behavior last time because you were able to provide the court with a key eyewitness. But that was an exception rather than standard court protocol. I can very well charge you with contempt of court for your interjections.
Oh, please. Did you ever think I had any respect for this place's pointless theatrics? We can put that discussion aside for now. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm here to charge the true culprit behind the serial disappearances case. And
You
if
go,
my
Navia.
charges prove true, then Tartaglia here will be proven innocent by default, correct?
Hopefully.
Oh, a young lady has charged in and offered to clear my name. How fascinating. Well, I'd gotten half bored to death by all these rules and procedures anyway, so I'll take you up on that offer. So, Your Honor, is there nothing else for me to do now?
You may take a seat for now in the audience, but that doesn't mean the suspicions against you have been lifted. Now then, Miss Navia, who is the person you would like to charge instead?
That person is...
Okay. Okay, so we can change our charge. The suspect analysis says Marcel. It's funny that they have this big court system with a mechanism that decides your fate in a place like France. France, the home and birthplace of the guillotine. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunate. At least it looks like scales and not a guillotine. Because imagine if it did look like a guillotine. Alright. So according to the suspect analysis, this person is none other than Marcel, but we can choose somebody else. Do we choose Terry? Or are we sticking with Marcel? Should I look it up just in case? I don't think it's going to affect much whether we get the right answer or not. I think it'll just restart it, just like in the other one when I fucked up. So, do you think we should change our suspect? I just don't want to upset Unc if he's innocent. True. But he has more connections, it seems. That's what I'm worried about. It's very emotional based, and goddamn Genshin is hurting me with relatability. Who are the options again? Florent, who is very dedicated to him. Thierry, who's the cop. And Marcel, who's rich. And based on the suspect analysis, the only person who could have enough money to do all of this is Marcel. But I don't want to accuse him with nothing. He's gonna get mad. But even the suspect analysis says Marcel. Wait, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Terry said he works where he pleases. Terry said he works where he pleases. That's mad sus for a guard. It is. And he had a lot of information about the robots. But it would be weird to pick Thierry when our suspect analysis says Marcel. And about high-paying, easy jobs, which he doesn't have. Because he's a guard. When he says he works where he pleases, he means he doesn't get assigned to an area. He just picks an area and he works that area. Not that he picks whatever job. Money can hire people as well. Alright.
Marcel, the head of Confrérie of Cabrières.
Huh? What confrérie? Never heard of them in my life.
I've heard of them, but weren't they Spina di Rosula's sister organization?
is this going to be a friends to enemies type situation?
Please let me remind you, Miss Navia, that charging someone is an incredibly serious matter. Committing to the charge also means taking on the legal responsibilities associated with it. And if the charge fails, depending on the circumstances, you may also be charged with the crime of making a false accusation. Knowing this, do you still wish to charge this man?
Is she a fan fiction writer?
I do.
Yeah, she was a little too excited for that.
The charge to be valid. Miss Navia and attorneys, please take your places on the court. Members of the guards, please contact Mr. Marcel right away so that he may stand trial. Mr. Marcel, you will not require an attorney. Is that correct?
Apologies. It all just happened so quickly. I still haven't figured out what's going on. I think an attorney won't be necessary. This is probably just a misunderstanding between me and Navia.
Very well. In that case, since both sides have now arrived, Miss Navia, please present your charges.
I would like to take everyone back to 3 years ago, to the case of Callus the Unfaithful. Only through elucidating what really happened in that case can we connect all the dots for the serial disappearances case.
Navia, do you really think that I was the one who killed your father?
I think you were the one who set it up.
Why would I do that? Callus was my benefactor, and remember, both you and I only ran to the scene when we heard the sound of a gun. If that's enough to make me a suspect, wouldn't that make everyone at that banquet a suspect as well?
I think there's no point in getting into the specifics right now. The audience doesn't even have the big picture yet. Even I'm struggling to remember some details of that case.
Exactly correct, Your Honor. I must refresh everyone's memory about that case before I can explain my charge and reasoning.
I see. In which case, I will recount the findings about that case as originally recorded by Maison Gardiennage.
That was a pretty name. Oh, here we go. All right, Ace Attorney time. Let's go. I won't play the music this time.
In a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard.
Except for you.
When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect, Callus, holding a gun, while his acquaintance, Jacques, lay dead from a gunshot wound. The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. The suspect did not dispute this conclusion, and also declined to defend himself in court. Instead, he chose to prove his innocence through a duel. Callus was defeated by champion duelist Clarande in the ensuing duel, and soon succumbed to the injuries. These are the known facts about the case.
The one with the motive to kill was Jacques, not my father. And even so, Jacques still had no reason to pull the trigger. In truth, the third person shot Jacques first, and was shot in turn by my father when my father seized the gun from him. After that, the true culprit turned the third person into water, erasing all traces of him from the scene. Thank you for the summary, Your Honor. Of course, the guard's conclusion appeared quite sensible to us at the time. However, we should revisit the case now that we've gained new information about the abilities of water from the primordial sea.
Aha! Alright, here we go. Alright. Identify loopholes. Okay, so we have to, let's see. Florent, the advisor to the Spina Medusa, claims that he was very grateful to the Cal. Okay, what does this say? Hold on. On the day of the murder, Spina de Rosula hosted a large banquet in a countryside estate owned by the Confrérie of Cabrières. That's true, right? Remember, guys, I need your help with this because I'm bad at this. This is true. This is something we all know. During the banquet, all attending guests heard 2 gunshots from the courtyard. According to the investigations, Callus, who had a motive to kill, murdered Jax for his betrayal, but is that really true? Haha! Refute!
Something's not right.
Okay, never mind. That is not what we want to refute. Let's see. Let me go back. According to he had a motive, but he didn't have a motive to kill. What does Marcel say? It just says, combining information regarding the Gardamex and the investigation results, it can be concluded that there's one person who can have a large number of Gardamex in his possession and still run the synth business without leaving traces. That's all. Excuse me. There we go.
The testimony of the victim's family confirms that Jacques had thoughts of assassinating Callus when he set out for the banquet. However, unfortunately for Jacques, the true culprit had already considered this possibility and had sent out another assassin.
Haha! Boom! When the guests arrived at the scene, they found the primary suspect Callus holding a gun while his acquaintance Jacques lay dead from a gunshot wound. Based on the investigations done then, there is no possibility that anyone else could have done the deed and escaped, and Callus was thus adjudged to have been the culprit. After reconducting an investigation, it is now certain that Callus did not bring a gun with him. Moreover, the details of the case point towards a third person on the scene, which would have to be the primordial water? No? Okay. There you go. Clothes! They found clothes!
First shot Jacques, then turned to shoot Callus, only for Callus to wrestle the gun from him and kill him instead.
Haha! The guards' investigation did not recover any other firearms from the scene. As a result, they concluded that the suspect's first shot must have missed, while the second must have taken Jacques' life. This deduction is based on the circumstances where there is no third person on the scene, but it turns out that there is a method that can clearly cover up the killer's tracks. The water.
A pile of clothing was found at the scene. The guards once believed they were used by Jacques as a costume to disguise himself. But since it was
I didn't mean to click again.
The culprit was confident that they could use the rain to wash away all traces of their dissolved accomplice.
Aha!
Realizing this, the true culprit caused the hired assassin to dissolve into water, leading everyone to believe Callus was responsible for Jacques' murder. This is the true version of events.
Boom! Successful refutation.
Ah, so that's what happened.
Y'all just believe anything.
You're telling me something as dangerous as water from the primordial sea has been used for all these years?
What a great theory. It also explains Callus's and Jacques' respective motives. I guess they didn't shoot each other after all.
And why are you talking like that?
Mr. Marcel, you are the one being charged with the crime. You should provide a rebuttal if you wish to prove your innocence.
Okay, this man is innocent.
But I think I agree with everything Navia just said. In fact, there was nothing in her speech that directly implicated me.
This is true.
Then, may I ask some questions? In my opinion, we primarily need to determine two things. One, do you have the evidence to back up your claims?
I'm afraid not. At least not at this very moment.
Boo! If you don't have any evidence, you should just go home.
Fuck you!
I may not have the evidence with me, but I know where I could go to collect it. If we look up the deserted clothes against a record of people who went missing around the same time, we should be able to find a match. Considering the serial disappearances case, the guards probably kept careful records of all missing persons from around that time, regardless of age or gender.
That makes sense to me. Monsieur Neuvillette, I would consider this to be a reasonable investigative direction.
Why do I feel like Farina's acting a little differently today?
Honestly.
Maybe she's scared of embarrassing herself again?
Let's hope so.
Alternatively, she's become more diligent after charging an innocent citizen in the last trial.
My second
She's getting
question
better.
has to do with the ensuing duel. If the truth is indeed as you described, then why didn't Mr. Callus explain himself in court? If he had testified that a person had been dissolved, he could have at least mounted a defense.
He
I thought
probably...
about this too, and the answer is actually pretty simple. He felt there were things that were more important to him. The dissolving power of water from the primordial sea is an important secret for the true culprit of the serial disappearances case. My father could have exposed it for all to see, but he chose to take it to the grave. At that time, Spina di Rosula was in dire straits, and his reputation had already been shattered. He had no guarantee that going forward with the truth would allow the culprit to be brought to justice. What was certain, however, was that it would paint a gigantic target on my back.
Boss once told me that Demoiselle had already been selected as the next target of the serial disappearances case.
What? If the secret had gotten out, the culprit would have fought an all-out war with Espina right there and then. I wouldn't have been the only one in danger. All of us would have stood to lose our lives. Of course, the guards might eventually figure out the truth of the matter and determine that we were in the right. But what good would that do? How can a hollow verdict protect anyone? Had this opera house ever given my father any kind of confidence in its brand of justice, Spina di Rosula would have had no reason to exist.
That's true.
But by staying silent, we retain the ability to deter our opponents and continue the stalemate. I was able to become Spina di Rosula's president, which made me harder to target, as well as giving me more time to grow and learn.
Yeah!
And once I have figured out the truth and stepped up to the challenge, I will do what this opera house cannot, and restore my father's truth and honor back to him.
You go, girl.
So, you mean to say, your father intended to die in the duelist's ring?
Yes.
That's right.
Do you have any proof?
Of course. All you need is to ask his opponent, Clarand. I don't need your apology, your guilt, or your support from the shadows. You don't have to do anything for my sake. But since he entrusted his will to you, Clarand, you should tell us the truth about his sacrifice.
So, during the duel, did you believe that Callus was intending
I
to
love
die?
her outfit.
Yes, I did. As a champion duelist, I've fought many battles and taken a countless number of dishonored lives. In my line of work, I've seen all kinds of people give their all for the faintest hope to continue living. Some were determined, others passionate, and some even manic and twisted. Just one look and I can tell if a duelist is hoping to live or if they're looking to die.
I've killed all kinds of scum. He was not one of
my
them.
name and honor as a champion duelist that Mr. Callus never intended to leave the ring alive.
Yeah,
Since that's
even
your
knowing it,
testimony,
hearing
I
it,
have no more
hearing it actually be like
appears there really
called out and
are
true.
good grounds
Yeah,
to
that
reopen this
hurts. That hurts a
I
lot.
concur. However, Miss Navia, you still have not explained the link between your father's case and the serial disappearances case.
Right? What she said was fascinating, but kind of beside the point.
Wait, weren't they just talking about the serial disappearances case?
Of course, Your Honor. The two cases are connected via a matter of timing. In my father's case, the culprit intended to kill both Jacques and Callus. As a result, they planned to act after hearing 2 gunshots. And at the end of Linny's trial, the culprit also only dissolved the victim in front of everyone because they realized they were at risk of being identified. The culprit could only time their actions so precisely if they were already at the scene. Coincidentally, Marcel attended both the banquet and the trial.
Aha!
So that's why you suspected me. Even after hearing your reasoning, I still can't help but find it a little preposterous.
I promise you there's
I'm
more.
used to it, though. You've always been an impulsive and sentimental child, Navia. It's one of your most endearing traits.
Okay, so Marcel definitely didn't do it.
No need to appeal to pathos.
I won't try to refute your points one by one, but even if everything you just said was true, can you prove that I was the only person present at both events? On top of that, does a person have to be physically present to control the timing? Can't someone remotely monitor the place?
These are all hypotheticals.
Don't know what she can say to that.
I know that even with that, you might still think you can reduce the list of suspects with some further investigations until I'm the only one left on the list. Alas, Who won't feel at least a little hurt by an accusation of murder from a girl you see as your own daughter? But if I were to dismiss this completely, you'd also think I'm not being considerate of your feelings. Ah well, let Uncle Marcel teach you another lesson. Do you know what the biggest flaw in your reasoning is?
I suppose you're gonna tell me anyways.
It's timing again. I'm a businessman by trade. From that standpoint, there's no reason for me to kidnap young women. It's a high-risk action with nothing to gain. In addition, I left my home in Snezhnaya when I was young to come to Poisson and work in some trade. My business only thrived when I received Callus's patronage. But the disappearances began before I ever stepped foot in Fontaine.
Oh, fuck.
I do apologize, Demoiselle. This was my mistake.
No, it's not your fault. I'm sure he had come prepared.
Is there anything else you'd like to say? Would you like to check the date of my first business license against the first known case of the serial disappearances?
So we should have picked the guard,
you
guys.
Also take a look at my border entry records, or ask my friends and family when I left Snezhnaya for the first time. Could those records and testimonies do something to appease the unspeakable anguish in your heart?
Seems like she got the wrong guy.
That's unfortunate.
Navia will be convicted for falsely accusing him.
Alright, it's about time for me to show up. This would be the time for me to show up.
End of his life. But aren't you going against all of his wishes and expectations right now? He wished for you to become more rational, collected, and conscientious, instead of dwelling only on your own feelings. Once you've learned to be more considerate of others' feelings, and to stop rushing headlong into things, you'd have met most of his expectations.
Okay, damn, I feel like that was unnecessary.
This isn't just about me, and it never has been. The biggest difference between me and the rest of the victims is that I still have the ability to search for the truth, while that same agency has long been taken from them. The people whose families were destroyed by synth abuse, the people who lost their loved ones to the serial disappearances, and the people who suffered tragic ends due to their sense of justice. Many people's images are flashing before my eyes. I'm sure some are coming to those of you in the audience as well. And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
Nah, fuck you, dude. Who's Vacher?
You to say that.
Who's Vacher? No! Come on! Seriously? Seriously? Where the fuck am I? Am I in a dungeon? Oh, I'm in a dungeon. Okay, alright. I'm in a cutscene. Whee. This is pretty. I'm looking for the the underwater drug den. What's this? Oh, I can change my party setup. Is there anything recommended for this? No? Cool. This is my party. Oh. Hello, machines. What's up?
Right here.
No, my sword! Witness the power of Gugwa!
Oh, I forgot to change Yanfei. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna change the Yanfei after this. If it doesn't block me off from the other area. Gonna change Yanfei to Xiangling. Give me one moment. There we go. All good. Let us begin. Am I going up or down?
Whoa! The floor is going up!
Okay.
Is it because of this mechanism? place.
There's a lot of gears. Oh, me? Nope. That was cool. Ooh. Oh, this is giving me BioShock vibes, man.
Paimon thinks we need to go up, but Paimon doesn't see a way. Let's take a look around. Maybe we'll find a hidden mechanism that'll show us the way up.
Okay. Down we go. Thank you. There we go. Upsy daisy. Hello. Hey, there we go. Is it gonna suck the water out? Oh, it's gonna raise the water up. Okay.
The water level is rising. Now we can swim to the top. But this is still a ways away from where we need to go.
I mean, that may be true, but... Hello, doggos. And lanterns, new entry, okay. Area Alert Mech. Machine created from the union of Fontaine's intricate device and special energy technologies. Based on whether it's imbued with Oisia or Pneuma energy, the machine will operate differently. When either energy is annihilated upon being attacked by its opposite, an overloaded state will be induced, causing the machine to lose energy and its combat ability. Bet.
Right here. Emerge.
Stay put.
Time to act. Rain cutter.
I'm frozen. Oh, there's more? I don't like these. These look like little spiders with like 3 legs, and I'm uncomfortable. Can I move, please? Switch to... God damn! Got it. Chess. Dunk. Where are we going now? More water. There we go. Progress. I am smart person.
Now the path is clear. Let's go.
Oh, I'm supposed to just... Whoops. Whee. I just want to say the water effects of coming out of water are so nice. Why do I feel like we went in a circle? We probably didn't, but I feel like we did. Whoa! Thank you. Appreciate it. Hello, guards. How do you do? Nice to meet you. You must die.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of good right now. Right here. A sight to behold. Right now. Right here. Ha!
Soma, get them! Don't be scared!
I love the mech design of all of these enemies. It's actually really nice. Like, it's so satisfying.
It's good to get out and stretch your legs once in a while.
Ooh, thank you for the stretch redeem. Oh, I needed that. My back immediately cracked. Ooh. Ooh, thank you so much for that. Oh, I didn't realize how stiff I was standing. Well, not standing. But thank you. Appreciate that. There we go. Oh, cutscene!
After all that, we finally made it to the innermost sanctum. Though, as expected, the mastermind isn't here. That's right. Then let's hurry up and find some evidence so we can get back to the Opera House and help Navia.
You're welcome, friend. Appreciate it. Oh. Thank you for the hydrate as well. I needed that. I have to get a new water bottle for stream. Because my other water bottle is broke.
Let's see what's written here. Nothing escapes Detective Paimon's eyes.
I did. I took a quick swig.
Callus. Navia's father. Oh, this seems to be an investigation report on him. Yep. It's about finding someone to assassinate Jacques and Callus because of a lack of confidence that Jacques himself would go through with it. This should prove the existence of the third person, right?
Yes, it should. Is there anything else?
We still have not determined the exact content of the key information Callus has passed on to certain members of his organization. The old dog's a real menace to deal with. Even if he abides by the promise he's made to us, he will still have the upper hand. He can act whenever he wants to make our lives miserable. The only option left is to remove him from the picture entirely. I concur. Let's send someone to kill him. He won't declare war as long as we don't touch Navia. Oh, seems like we've got a bunch of correspondence between the higher-ups.
They planned this well in advance.
They're all just so evil.
Look at Engie Paimon! Alright, bookshelf examined.
Oh, look! There's an important-looking basin over here, and it's full of water.
Hey, note how the water is going up, by the way.
That means this is where they make all the synth. And that special water is the main ingredient. If you dilute it with normal water, you'll get synth. But the pure stuff can dissolve a human. Paimon will take notes on this incriminating evidence.
Okay. Examine the pool. Got stuff from the library. There's an experiment table and bottles. Let's go.
Whoa. There's so much synth here. And so many bottles of ingredients that probably just contain the waters of the primordial sea. Mixing in progress. Ready to drink? Stock sample? Huh. They've also got all the synth pretty clearly labeled. Whoa, there's even fruit-flavored synth? Yep, it's super obvious.
Okay. I'm waiting for somebody to come back into the base and then kick our ass.
Looks like some kind of place for research. Experiment number 16 aims to verify Jacob Ingold's research conclusions on the primordial sea and use his theory as a foundation to achieve a breakthrough.
Jacob
Ingold's
Ingold's?
failure. No individual managed to resurface from the water from the primordial sea. Female specimens 22, 23, and 24 were dissolved.
24? 24?
Sorry, Traveler. Paimon will try her best. It's just that Paimon's never read something so scary.
So they were literally just using them as test subjects to see if they could pop back. And why?
You read the rest. Paimon's too scared to keep going.
The goal of the researcher is to save his lover, a woman called Vignier, who was dissolved. Vignier is probably the Oceanid, which means Vacher is probably Marcel's real name. Ooh.
So that's why he did all of these experiments. Wait, Did he really think he'd be able to find a way just by dissolving people over and over? That's just insane! Huh? Isn't that the name you heard by the fountain? Paimon thought he was an eyewitness in the serial disappearances case. You mean Vache is the one who did all of these... experiments?
Which is why Vignere said make him stop looking for me! No!
Vache was no victim, but personally took his lover and... No, that's not it either. If that's the case, why would he want people to resurface from the water? In any case, Paimon will write it all down.
Navia hasn't mentioned an aunt. That's true. Navia hasn't mentioned an aunt. Is there anything else? I think I looked at everything. Right? Oh, wait. Did I do this?
What's all this? Aw, it's a bunch of really cute things. Pink accessories, a hair tie, a necklace, even a makeup box.
What if they were making the synth? There's an Uncle Marcel, but there's not an aunt. We haven't heard an aunt. What if they were making the synth and it was an accident? What if she touched the primordial seawater by accident and she dissolved? So they just started this whole experimentation thing to see if they could get her back.
Oh, Paimon sees it too, but why are all these cute things labeled with different girls'
I did
names?
investigate the pool. That was like the second thing I did.
Huh? You mean the girls from the serial disappearances? They were brought here? And then they were turned into water. And all the boxes of things. These names. That means... Oh, this is terrible. We've looked at almost everything here, and it seems like our theories were spot on. But, yeah, we haven't found anything that reveals his true identity. No wonder even Neuvillette wasn't able to find anything. Whoever it is probably destroyed everything to do with that name a long time ago.
Oh, that right there. That proves Marcel is fucking guilty. Because he was like, oh, I came from Snezhnaya all these years ago before the serial disappearances cases even started. You can backtrack all of my records and da-da-da-da-da. Man's got money. He could have faked all that shit. Oh my god, why didn't that click? That motherfucker is lying. We had faith in him. We were like, no, maybe we accused the wrong guy. Nah. Fuck you, Marcel. Why? Why are you doing this? I understand that you accidentally killed your lover, but this is unnecessary.
That way, even if we bring all this back to the opera, we won't be able to identify the true culprit. Sure thing. Paimon won't admit defeat to this guy either.
1 second, guys. Oh, yeah, no. I'm good. Sorry, Mom was checking on me. Everything's fine. Uh-oh. Miscellaneous objects. They want me to take a look around again. But, like... Besides the investigation reports, there are also a lot of research materials. Seems their experiments have gone on for a very long time, but there's nothing on Vashier's true identity. What have I missed? So, sorry, zoned out. We discovered that, Vignere is the Oceanid. And she was dissolved with primordial seawater. She was the first. And this is a secret base, but it's also a research base, and the serial disappearances are them killing the women to see if they can come back from the primordial sea. So they are experimenting with these women to see if they can get them to come back from dissolving, basically. And it's not working. And there have been at least 24 victims, and Navia was almost one of them. A pool full of water from the primordial sea. Countless sins were born of it. Nothing here seems particularly noteworthy. Okay. According to the records, Vacher didn't care how many victims he had to dissolve in his quest to bring his lover back to life, but there's nothing here on Vacher's true identity. Bottles full of synth and water from the primordial sea. These can be used as evidence to prove what this place was used for. Nothing else is particularly noteworthy.
You take that side and Paimon will take this side. Check everything carefully. We'll find something for sure.
Looking for a goddess, headass? Not looking for a goddess, looking for his lover.
Ugh.
Like his lover got turned into the primordial sea, basically.
And Paimon can't even find snacks either.
Timing is an issue, yes, but Marcel had that point. He isn't going to be from Fontaine, but his lover was from Fontaine. Exactly.
Whoa, really? What Paimon see?
Here's the book. Here we go.
Yeah. Isn't that Vacher's lover's name?
Yes, it is. No, I mean, this sounds like when a group is looking for a goddess of some sort. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Then you found her diary. Let's see. Aw. It's just a normal diary chronicling their love story. She was so sweet, too. Oh, Paimon feels even worse for her now.
She made a list of baby names. No! 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 Not the baby! I can't read any of this. Deed? Deed? I don't know what that says.
So many! A whole page's worth! But they're all crossed out. Was she unhappy with all of them? The final name she decided on was...
Marcel?
Marcel!
Aha!
Wait, but Marcel's pretty old. Has this case been going on for so long that he's Vacher and Venier's grown son?
I was right. I was right. He is Vacher. Is Vacher. He took the name of his unfortunately dissolved, not even born yet son to see if he could bring his wife back. It's time to go, Ace Attorney. Let's go, Paimon. Dear Diary. Wait, let me not. Dear Diary, this nigga stroke game is weak. Here are all the children we won't have. You're not wrong. The child got dissolved.
Hey! Paimon still hasn't figured it out yet.
Don't worry about it, Paimon. Let's go. I'm Ace Attorney this time. Run! Run to the opera!
And whose image do you see, Marcel? Is it a man named Vacher? Oh, so you do know that name.
I'm merely surprised you'd suddenly say the name of someone I've never even heard of.
Stop that line!
I was waiting for you to say that.
Navia! We're back!
Just in time.
As expected of my partner. I just knew you'd return in the nick of time.
Just how often do you intend to flout the rules of this court?
Shut the fuck up just this once, Neuvillette.
Monsieur Neuvillette. Given their confidence, I expect they've found the crucial evidence.
Which means Vacher found his lover in Fontaine, which means they were going to get married and have children. That's so sad. As an alibi, he took a name from her lover's diary. Yup. Choose the most reasonable evidence. The book.
But the truth of it, Marcel, is that you've always been Vache.
Hey, yo, we got Aether voice lines in this motherfucker. We're talking. That never happens. Hey, yo, that's how you know it's real Aether speaking. Somebody's about to get their ass handed to them. I'm excited. I'm standing up right now.
Huh?
We've investigated your lair and we already know everything. After your lover, Veneer, was dissolved, you kept abducting young women to experiment on the hopes of bringing her back to you. You even created Marcel as a new identity and destroyed all records of your past as Vache.
So that's it. Even the villains in opera performances rarely go that far. And with that, Marcel's motive has now been established.
This information regarding your past also dismantles your prior timing defense. Well, Marcel, do you know where you
Let's go! Let's get this nigga!
You fixated your gaze on the lover that passed away, instead of paying attention to the living people around you. So, you never noticed how we changed, or how we grew as individuals.
You also never understood Boss's real expectations for his daughter.
Or our determination to see things through.
Your determination.
Here we go. Tell us your plans, big boss
Mr.
man.
Marcel,
Reveal
please
to us
speak
how
up
evil
now if
you
you
are.
would like to defend yourself. Otherwise, the trial will move on to the next stage.
Do you really think I wanted to do any of this?
I had a little bit of hope that he was wrong, man. I had a little bit of hope that he didn't do
Have you
it.
ever paid attention to me? Ever empathized with my pain? Ever known how it feels to watch the love of your life dissolve right in front of your eyes? No one helped me. No one even believed me. All those decades ago, even the officers from the Maison Gardiennage were laughing at me.
Like, don't get me wrong,
They
I
said
feel
there's no
bad,
way
but
a
this
human
was
being
not the
can
way to
turn
solve this
into
problem, my guy.
So I must have gone mad from grief. Vignere's death was brushed away by all of you as if it didn't matter at all. Well, now you know, don't you? Ha! Well, it's too late now. All those who were dissolved are gone forever. You only have yourselves to blame. You set up this ornate opera house in pursuit of your so-called justice, your beloved drama, while turning a blind eye to the suffering of the people.
Now, I will give him that. The sense of justice in Fontaine is incredibly skewed. It's incredibly skewed, and I will give him that. That still does not justify his actions or what he did. He murdered 24 women, and it was going to be 25. All because your loved one died. By what seems to be a complete accident at that.
Vignere is dead. We promised each other that we would always be together. Wherever she goes, I will follow. But I'm not from this blasted place, so I can't be dissolved, no matter what I do.
Hey, is that water from the primordial sea that he's drinking?
I can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Can't dissolve! Do you all see? I can't go! I can't follow! So if I can't go where she is, what choice do I have but to try to bring her back?
This poor guy!
And in the end, that accursed Callus still got the better of
Like,
me.
don't get me wrong, I feel bad for him, but this was not the way to do this.
Pins and needles, only to get stabbed by his idiot daughter at the very end.
The suspect is exhibiting signs of mental distress. Guards, please restrain him.
Not execute him? No.
Don't anybody come near me. I still need to save Vignere. I promise. We made a promise.
No offense. I don't want him to get executed. You want to know why I don't want him to get executed? I want him to live with the sins of the 24 women that he murdered to try and get one woman back. No. He deserves to sit in a prison and rot. He does not deserve to get executed. Because if he gets executed, he get his aether, his spirit, his ley line aether gets absorbed by the primordial sea again, eventually, based on how this world works, and he gets to be with her again. And no offense, you don't deserve to be with her anymore after everything that you did. And you disrespected Navia.
Vignere! Please, Vignere, don't think badly of me. All I want to do is fulfill our promise.
At this point, the verdict of this trial is clear. With Mr. Marcel's conviction, the charges against Mr. Tartaglia no longer have any basis.
Fine by me. I was in a bad mood, but after a show like that, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Shut up, smartass.
Traveler, please submit all the evidence you have collected to the guards, so that I might review and summarize the truth behind the serial disappearances case.
Yes, sir.
The man now known as Marcel was originally named Vacher and worked as an adventurer with his partner and lover Vignere. During an underwater expedition, Vignere accidentally came into contact with water from the primordial sea and was dissolved in front of Vacher as a result.
Unfortunate.
Vacher learned of the primordial water's existence through the work of others and began to kidnap young women for research, with the goal of discovering a method to restore Vignere back to life. To cover his tracks, he invented the new alias of Marcel and began to operate a business in Poisson. During the course of his research, Vacher discovered that a diluted concoction of water from the primordial sea can induce feelings of euphoria, and began to manufacture and market synth. However, as he accumulated wealth to fund his continued research and expanded the scope, he came into conflict with Spina di Rosula. After exchanging blows with Spina di Rosula for many years, Vacher decided to assassinate their president Callus at a banquet. Although the assassination did not go as Vacher expected, he was able to turn Callus into the murder suspect by dissolving the assassin he sent to the scene. And just recently, Vacher attempted to frame Linny as the culprit of the serial disappearances case, using a similar method. However, his attempt to frame Linny failed, and the power of water from the primordial sea became public knowledge. This case also exposed enough of Vacher's machinations that he was eventually successfully charged in court. Thus concludes the enigmatic history of the serial disappearances case, with the truth revealed to all.
We caught the guy! No more missing women! Woo!
The Oratrice will now deliver the final verdict regarding the charges against Mr. Vacher.
Guilty! Ha-ha!
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Mr. Vacher is...
He said the line! Guilty! Yeah! We caught him! Take him away!
Good. It's what he deserves.
Damn right!
With that, the serial disappearances case is over now.
Hell yeah!
We really just witnessed history. Who would have thought the true culprit would be such a polite and well-spoken guy?
Unfortunate.
We help Navia bring the bad guy to justice! He's hurt so many innocent people and now he's finally getting what he deserves. Huh? Are you okay?
Navia. You did it.
Demoiselle, you were absolutely brilliant.
You did it, Navia!
The day our late boss had always hoped for has finally come. You can rest easy now, knowing justice has been served.
You did it, Navia!
Yeah. It's finally over. It's all
She
thanks
did
to
it!
you guys.
She
and
did
my
it!
Partner.
Woo!
See, Papa?
Cry, honey!
Spina
It's
di Rosula's
okay!
Still doing well with me at
You
the
did it!
Well now, hasn't this been a most delicious piece of drama?
Shut the fuck up, child!
The
This is an
villain's been
emotional
caught,
moment!
Justice has been served, past wrongs have been righted, and it's a big ol' happy ending. Since it's been such a great show, I'll just let the false accusations against me slide. Either way, I've still got some business to attend to. So, if you'll excuse me...
Please wait just one moment, Mr. Tartaglia.
Uh-oh.
What now? None of this has anything to do with me.
According to court protocol, since this trial was initiated due to a charge against you, a verdict must also be made regarding the initial charge before the trial can conclude.
But we just said he's
come
innocent.
on. Is this really necessary? Haven't you already caught the real criminal? Isn't it time for side characters like me to exit stage left?
I love this. I love when they say shit like this. I love when the game is aware that it's a game.
Please respect the laws of Fontaine. This has always been the rule.
All right, but this sure is a lot of hassle. All I need to do is stand over there, right? Let's just get this over with.
I love him, but he's annoying as fuck.
Through evidence presented in the public trial that was just held, it has been established that Mr. Tartaglia has no direct connection to the serial disappearances case. The guilty party has been identified, and thus it is logical to suppose Mr. Tartaglia is innocent of the charges. We now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale.
Hey, we got it twice! Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. I mean, he's innocent, so it doesn't fucking matter.
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique...
Damn, we got it 3 times!
Mr. Tartaglia is...
innocent.
Guilty.
What? Wait, what? Huh? What? What? Huh? Huh? What? 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 How?
Hey! That's not funny! Didn't you just say I'm supposed to be innocent? What's with this verdict? Is your justice machine malfunctioning?
Huh? This has never happened before. The Oratrice actually returned a different verdict from the Chief Justice.
I mean, have you ever heard of an innocent Fatui Harbinger? Do you think the Oratrice might have just convicted him on general principle?
But weren't the charges about the serial disappearances case? No matter what else he's guilty of, it shouldn't affect the verdict in this case, right?
The judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale is, by law, the final verdict of the court. We must accept the guilty verdict.
But literally how?
Guards, please take the suspect into custody per court protocol.
Oh, we got cutscene. Oh,
so this
no.
is how justice is done in Fontaine.
Please be
What a
careful with
joke.
your delusion.
You've got your rules. Well, I've got mine too!
I love watching Child fight. I just don't want him to tire himself out. Because he's not using his vision, he's using his delusion. Fiorina, you should probably do something. Whoa!
I am sorry. If you have been wronged, we will find the truth. But the rules of the court must be upheld.
That nigga's strong as fuck.
Hey, Monsieur Novelette, what's going on? She may have been cleared
That nigga's strong as fuck. I need you to understand. Those of you who do not understand the power of a foul legacy, he one-shot that bitch. Child should not be one-shottable from some random nigga in Fontaine. Why is he so strong? What the fuck was that? You saw that shit, right? You saw him just stomp on this motherfucker, right? He jumped out his chair, landed on his neck, and said, "Shut the fuck up, sit down, we're gonna figure this out." He said, "Order in the court, bitch." He truly is a Hydro Dragon? I don't think he is the Hydro Dragon. He's not the Hydro Dragon. The quote-unquote Hydro Dragon is a narwhal. He's not the narwhal. The narwhal is actually fightable.
Apologies. This is also the first time I've encountered such a situation. However, according to the rules established at the conception of Fontaine's court system, the Oratrice's judgment is the final verdict of the court.
Bro got into gamer position and ended it in a blink. Also starting to realize, Fontaine is a filler arc. None of this seems intricately involved in the actual main storyline. It's nice that we're learning about the Primordial Sea, but at least Sumeru's conflict seemed to be conducive to the main storyline. Kind of like how Inazuma was kind of like a side story filler arc. This feels like another filler arc.
All I do is follow court procedure. As for why the Oratrice arrived at the conclusion it did, you should probably ask someone more knowledgeable than me.
Why are you looking at me? I had nothing to do with it!
Okay, ma'am.
I don't know what happened there either. Hey, stop staring at me!
Okay. Hunty, you are the leader of a country. People are going to look at you for answers.
What does Lady Farina mean by that?
She says she has no idea either, but that's impossible. Didn't she create the Oratrice herself?
What if it's... She made it, so what if it's connected to her emotions and she just wanted Tartaglia to be guilty? Yeah, no, they told us she made it in the beginning of the story. They said she made it.
Yeah, so are the verdicts reliable or not? Can results like this really be called justice?
My dearest citizens, did you really think we'd allow an incorrect verdict to be handed out in this court? Did you really believe that the judgment could be mistaken or be the result of some sort of random mishap? Don't tell me. You thought even I had been blindsided by the Oratrice's result.
But the way she looked just now, it was pretty obvious she had no idea what was going on.
However, given the state of things, I shall give you an explanation. Everything that just took place, including my supposed shock and bafflement, was a part of an elaborate performance, with every action meant to stir up drama and excitement.
Why are you lying out of your ass right now?
Of course, for every performance there is a script. Everything has unfolded exactly as I expected from the very beginning. As the embodiment of the very concept of justice, the Oratrice shall never render an arbitrary judgment! If you thought Child had nothing to do with the serial disappearances case, it is only because you've been blinded by the superficial appearance of innocence. Everything he's done, not to mention the danger he poses, are beyond ordinary comprehension and completely unforgivable! All shall be revealed in time. You will come to understand my noble intentions, as well as the absolute correctness of the Oratrice's verdict.
If I ever wanted to explain to someone what gaslighting is, I would just show them this fucking cutscene. Cause like... Also, yeah, Lou, if there's a script, there's no justice. If you're just gonna be like, guilty, like, what does that do? What does that do for anybody? And to be honest, you've been accusatory of every fucking person that's walked into your country since I got here, including me. So, like, make up your fucking mind.
Now, having said that, although I hate to leave things hanging in suspense, it is now time for this performance to end. As the lead actress, I shall be the first to take my leave. Toodaloo!
What?
So she
What the
chose to
fuck
make
is
her escape
coming-
after all, did she?
So you're saying we shouldn't put much stock into what she just said?
She probably just put on that performance to save face. As for the truth, it's unlikely that she actually has any idea. However, please be assured that I will continue to investigate this case in a personal capacity. Just as I promised, if the judgment has been incorrect, we will do our utmost to clear his name.
All right. Even though we feel pretty badly for him, we'll take your word for it for now.
I don't like her either. Fright said that she gets better. According to Fright, she gets better. So I'm gonna take all of my faith and trust in Fright and say that she gets better. Like, Fiorina can be a bitch, man. But what the fuck was that?
After all, he's done plenty of bad stuff. So he should have known he'd go to prison someday, right? Oh, Monsieur Nervalette! That power you showed when you took him down. Who are you really?
Please, please tell me that you're the old Hydro Archon. Say it right now. Say it right now. I pressed F by accident, but if you say it right now, it will confirm every theory I've had about Fontaine up until this moment.
I'm the Chief Justice of Fontaine, of course. If officers of the law lack the strength and capability to enforce it, then it makes a mockery of justice.
Alright, well. I guess we're leaving. He's so noble and selfless. Whatever. Just tell me you're the old Hydro Archon so I can get on with my life. Fuck you.
Hey, what are you doing? Quick, stop him!
Traveler! Hey! Traveler!
No, what the fuck do you want? You killed 24 women. I don't want shit to do with you.
Marcel! What are you doing over here?
Stop resisting arrest! Cease, or we'll add another charge to the list.
Stop resisting!
No, wait! I just want to ask the Traveler something. I'm not looking to run away. Please, just let me ask this one small thing.
Go on.
Thank you.
Don't say my name so casually, motherfucker. You don't know me.
I was being led away when I finally realized something. Where did you first hear the name Vacher?
Oh, well, about that.
I erased all records of that name. So, unless...
Are you still trying to prove your innocence? Give it up. You've already been convicted.
You don't deserve to know. But I will give you some peace before you get sent to jail for the rest of your life. She's still alive in the Primordial Sea.
Really? You did? You're sure? You met her? But how could that be? How did you manage to do it? The Fountain of Lucine? Then she's been so close to me all along. And I just never... Please give me a chance to talk to her again. Just let the Traveler take me to the fountain to see her one last time.
No.
This is the last request I'll ever make in my life. You can do whatever you want to me afterwards. I don't care.
Absolutely not.
What? Give an inch and you want to take a mile? Do you think serial killers get to make requests like that?
Exactly.
Paimon agrees. Why should we give him what he wants when he's only done a ton of super terrible things?
Yeah, how about no?
This request, is it worth as much to you as your life?
Of course! Wait, no. It's worth even more than my life.
Humans. Will they betray the instinct to live just to satisfy spiritual needs?
He said humans. He said humans. He's not human. He's not human. He's not human. He's not human confirmed. Right there. You heard him say it. You heard him say it. He's not human. Novelette is not human. I am right. He is old Hydro Archon. I know it. I know it. And I can't wait for him to say these words to me. I know it.
Very well. I will grant your request.
What?
Your Honor, I fear that...
I will go with him. You do not need to worry about any escape.
Yeah, after that display.
In that case, I shall leave him in your most capable hands, Chief Justice.
He's kind of like Hydro Zhongli. Which, based on how old he probably is, he probably could just be Hydro Zhongli. I think this confirms my theory that he's the Hydro Dragon. No, they already said that the Hydro Dragon is the Narwhal. And he's not the Narwhal. Because the Narwhal is its own fight. And I know it's its own fight. So I don't think Novelette is the Narwhal.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
To be fair, he could be the Hydro Dragon. I just don't want him to be. What did that say? No! 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 You're investigating. Oh. Quest location is currently involved in other quests. The long-failed graph adversarial technology. Oh, let's talk to Charlotte real quick. Because I really want to finish this quest before tonight. Oh, it's just my Fontaine gadget? Oh, okay. Where are we going? All the way the fuck over here. Because think back to the dragon in Sumeru, she said the other dragons have made peace deals with the humans. Yeah, but I don't think... Actually? Wasn't Zhongli technically a dragon? Technically? CJ's got a point. CJ's got a point. Now that I think about it. He's a dragon, but not the dragon of the area. Okay, yeah, fair. Ajdaha is the dragon of the area. But still, if Zhongli was a dragon that now has a human form, Novelette could be a dragon that has a human form as well. Excuse me. Oh my god, it's midnight already. Okay, yeah, let's get this done. Oh, Charlotte! Possible, but I'm hoping for a separate dragon fight. Me too. I don't really want Novelette to be the dragon. I would prefer him to not. Am I gonna have to read, or are you gonna talk?
Huh?
Alright, cool.
Isn't that Charlotte? Who's her friend, and what are they chatting about?
Be pleased with the cherry on top, Charlotte! Journalist extraordinaire! I read that a gang of criminals tricked the Gardamex by disguising themselves as blubber beasts. I've invested all my savings into graph adversarial technology and even taken out a sizable bank loan.
Damn, calm down!
Begging you like the beggiest beggar in all of Begdom.
Did she just smack her head on the pavement?
I need you to calm down a little, Miss Lapine, Pauline. I admire your passion for your research, and I don't mean to dash your hopes for those, big-ticket orders. But I'm afraid I'm not joking. The Blubber Beast incident was a short story mailed to us by an anonymous amateur author.
It sounds like they're just discussing a story, but why does this Miss Lapine Pauline seem so distressed?
The Narwhal, I'm certain, still exists. The Hydro Dragon may have conceded most of his reign over the water itself. Oh, okay. Okay, so you think the narwhal and the Hydro Dragon are two separate entities?
Funnily enough,
I think they're the same thing, and that's why I keep saying he's not the narwhal.
Was debating the potential risk of misleading the public with this story. But to our surprise, they fully supported us printing it. They figured that the false intel would be a great way to dupe potential criminals into wearing ridiculous costumes when breaking the law. In truth, Gardamex are extremely sophisticated in their capabilities. They can identify criminals just as reliably as the best human guards, so a crude disguise isn't gonna get you far. Since we ran that story, the Maison Gardiennage has made a slew of arrests, including, one phantom blubber beast, a titanic red-crowned finch, and a specter man. So I knew this story had helped out law enforcement, but this is the first time I'm learning of an innocent citizen being deceived by it.
Uh-oh. She really sounds like she's in pain. Paimon thinks we should just ask Charlotte what's going on. Hey, Charlotte!
Traveler, Paimon, it's you!
It is indeed me.
I was in the area taking some photos for a story when I got to talking to Miss Lapine Pauline about her research. She read an article in the Steambird about a criminal who evaded Gardamex detection by disguising themselves as a blubber beast.
I still don't remember what a blubber beast is.
Story, she spent a lot of Mora researching counter-criminal image recognition technology. Her aim was to improve Fontaine's public security by developing a device that could enhance Gardamex target recognition capabilities. She was hoping I could write an article to spread awareness about image recognition technology. She even paid me for the article and gave me one of her prototype devices before I could get a word in.
She made a security camera.
But unfortunately, it was just a fictional story, and her efforts and aspirations were all in vain.
This is a new situation for us, too. It's such a pity. It seems like the author was only trying to make the story interesting. And the...
Wait, Miss Lapine Pauline? What are you doing?
I'm gonna pick a fight with a Gardamex, head to the opera at Biclez, and get a one-way ticket to the Fortress of Meropide.
Ma'am, I don't think jail is the answer.
That way, I won't have to repay my debts. It's the only way I can afford to keep on living.
Whoa, there's no need to go that far. I mean, come on, look at you. Actually, instead of going into the technicalities of that, how much did you actually invest?
270,000 Mora.
Oh, bitch, I can give you that back.
Okay, well, escaping to the Fortress of Meropide over a sum like that seems like a last resort. Surely there must be other options.
Not anymore. I used to be an equipment supplier to the Fontaine Research Institute before that blew to pieces. It's not just my savings that are gone. It's my whole future as a graph adversarial technology specialist and my dreams of becoming a billionaire one day. My life is over.
This is overdramatic. Why is everyone in Fontaine so overdramatic?
Don't despair, Miss Lapine Pauline. I think I know a way for you to turn this around.
Like, this feels like... What is it? This feels like a Spanish soap opera, but in English.
This prototype you've given me, the camera lens for image recognition sample collection. It's really quite something.
The clerks...
You said you designed it specifically for high-fidelity image capture and analysis, yes? The rapid
She sure
focal
gave
length
up
adjustment
easily
is a
the
very
French
useful
way.
function in its own
No,
right.
don't say that.
It's
That's
sure to make
mean.
many journalists' jobs much easier. In fact, I'd say it has the potential to revolutionize Fontaine's news media. So your research efforts thus far are by no means in vain. The technology you've developed may have many applications that you've never even considered.
Really?
Absolutely. I've been working as a journalist for the Steambird for a long time now. So keep calm, take heart, and start thinking about mass production.
I can't believe it! If this is true, then I can look into setting up a whole camera lens development pipeline. Oh, maybe I should consider taking out another loan. That way, I can rapidly improve the lens production process, be the first to market, and prepare to battle for dominance in the camera industry.
Come on! Stop daydreaming about your pipelines for a minute.
And I can probably speak to some people I know and license my image recognition device to a workshop to raise some funds. There's no time to lose. I need to get to work. Early bird gets the worm.
Okay.
Can you believe her?
And she's gone. Cries in Spanish. No, I love that meme. That is my favorite. That woman's face in that meme is so funny because it's so accurate to so many aspects of life. Because there just be times where I hear some wild shit and I'm just like, oh my god, how could you say such a thing? But I can't actually do that in public, but that's how I feel.
Paimon's pretty sure our advice went in one ear and out the other.
It's
Gasps in Spanish is so damn funny.
Strike at the same time. It's all too easy to throw yourself
Because
headfirst into
you
your
can
work and
feel the
forget about
emotion that's
everyone around
going
you.
on. And there's a specific
way when they're
moment
first starting
that those
out.
emotions are used for.
But don't you worry. I'm gonna write an article
I need
on all
someone to
this, and I'll
slap
be
somebody
checking in on
else.
her regularly.
Here, I'll slap myself.
Her research has the potential to benefit the entire journalistic community. I'll give her plenty of input to stop her from going down any rabbit holes and make sure mass production of her lens can begin as soon as possible.
It's reassuring to know that you'll be looking out for her, Charlotte.
Actually, you know what? Why don't you two take this prototype lens? I'm sure you'll have plenty of chances to use it on your travels. It takes the right person to get the most out of a new technology. In your hands, it's sure to capture some amazing sights.
Thanks a lot, Charlotte. What a nice surprise. We were just curious about what you guys were talking about. Totally didn't expect to get a free gift out of it.
It's the twins' birthday? Oh. Oh. Hey. Hell yeah. It's the twins' birthday. I don't have either of them. Oh, I have Lynette, but I don't have Linny, so I can't actually spend the day with the twins, but...
You're welcome. I got something out of this too. The beginnings of a very interesting news story. The boundaries between real news reports and news-like fiction must not be blurred, even when there's a compelling justification for doing so. Yes, that's how I'll phrase it to the editors when I give them my feedback. Let's hope we don't mislead any more well-meaning citizens in the future.
1 second, I'm reading something. Oh my god, yes, that means they're in Aquarius, and when I get out of this cutscene, I'm going to accept the food, and we're gonna read Linny's specialty food together. Oh my god! After activating the special analysis zoom lens through the inventory or the gadget shortcut bar, you can use your camera to use a special photo taking function. After Charlotte activates this gadget, the original effects of framing, freezing point compositions hold mode cannot take effect, but you can use special methods to take photos. Okay.
Traveling to other worlds is all that
I don't know what
anyone
that
seems to be
means, so we're
writing.
gonna use it real quick, and then we're gonna accept that gift from Linny. Activate gadget. Item activated. Okay.
About these days.
Item deactivated.
Goodness knows
Item
what they find
activated.
so disappointing about their own world.
So now what? Oh! Oh! I've got a clicky click. Oh god, I've got a Polaroid. It's a Polaroid. It's a Polaroid now. I've got the zoomies. I've got the zoomies. That's cool. I like it. That's dope. Okay. I'm gonna keep it activated in case I ever want to take a photo. I like that.
Most humans.
I got an achievement. Yes, we found the culprit of the serial disappearance case. Are there any other achievements that I've gotten in here that I forgot to accept? No? Okay, cool. Alright, so we've got mail from the twins, so we'll read Lynette's first. A leisurely sip. Increases party members' healing bonus by 25% for 300 seconds. Lynette's specialty. It was time for afternoon tea, and Lynette laid down a snack made especially for you. The image of the young lady who taking small sips from the cup and image of the kitten-shaped dessert seemed to overlap. Your heart was filled with sweetness, but you were also a bit concerned about the state of the kitchenware. Did she drug me? Wait, did I get drugged? What? Because my heart was filled with sweetness, but I was also a bit concerned about the state of the kitchenware because I'm noticing that the kitchenware looks like a cat. Did she drug me? The images seem to overlap. I think I got drugged. No, fucker, her shit is chipped. What? It's time for afternoon tea. Lynette laid down a snack made especially for you. Image of the young lady who taking small sips from the cup and the image of the kitten-shaped dessert seemed to overlap. Your heart was filled with sweetness, but you were also a bit concerned about the state of the... Oh! Alright, yeah, that tracks. My bad. Sorry. And then Linny's. Cubic tricks. He made a fucking Rubik's Cube? Hey, yo! That's so cool. Oh, I want this recipe. That's so fucking cool. I would never eat this. I would just keep this in my inventory at all times. Lenny's specialty. He covered the fruit you picked with velvet and then uncovered it. Voila! You were greeted by an assortment. You were greeted by a colorful assortment of gummies. You sampled one, and your mood immediately changed. Did the great musician cast some incredible enchantment spell to bewitch the heart while no one was watching? Okay, Lenny definitely drugged me. Lenny definitely drugged me. Motherfucker gave me a whole edible. Motherfucker gave me an edible and I was like, hey, yo, I'm ready to move. Oh my god. No. Jesus Christ. I love the twins. Alright, come on, let's finish this quest because I gotta go to bed. Wait. How y'all gonna tell me that my quest location was taken up? And send me over here, but my quest location is here. Motherfucker said, have some flour. Motherfucker said, you need to relax. How was this area taken up? How does this make sense? That means you're gonna end up back where you were? Okay, well, they could have waited.
Is this the place? You said she's here, but what do I need to do to see her?
Yeah, and even Paimon could hear her after drinking that thing. Didn't you just drink a lot of it on the stage as well?
Vache.
There she is.
Ah!
Yes, that's it. So you heard it too.
Vinier, it's me! It's me, Vache.
Vache? Vache.
I'm here! I'm here! Where are you, Vinier? I'm coming for you. I'm finally here for you.
Hey, yo, this isn't that type of cutscene, just saying. You still gotta go to jail, fam.
Hey, wait! Be careful! Hey, wait!
Vinier, is that you? It's me, Vache! Vinier!
Vache? Why did you come? Didn't I say? You don't need to look for me. You look a lot older than I remember. How long has it been?
It's been more than 20 years.
Oh, damn.
I've suffered for over 20 years since the day you left. All this time, only the thought of bringing you back has kept me alive. I must be dreaming. Who would have thought I'd get the chance to tell you all of my feelings like this? Vinier, you are my everything. I really don't know how I could live without you.
But Vache, if you ask me,
This world would be better off without you.
Oh! 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 Alright, so that's the end of stream. I don't... what the fuck? Wait. Whoa. That was not what I was expecting at all. Okay. Alright.
What are you saying?
If not for you, I would have finished my law degree and probably become a top-tier attorney one day.
It just gets worse.
If not for you, I would have continued to pursue my love of the arts, and my works would have been displayed in the Palais Mermonia itself. If not for you, I would at least have been able to take care of my mother. And she would not have grown old and died alone, with nothing but the tears on her cheeks. It's all because of your selfishness, Vache. It's all because of you.
Oh. I mean, do I think he deserves this? Yes. Do I feel bad? Yes, because he did love her. Damn.
Wait, you are not Vignier. Who are you?
Oh?
You're right. I am not Vignier. I am the sacrifices.
Oh, never mind. Roast him, sis.
Every woman who died by your hand, as our bodies dissolved, our consciousnesses flowed back to the primordial sea. Our thoughts circulated endlessly within the primordial sea, and we were no longer individuals, but we became one, just as streams of water come together in the sea. I'm Cressy. I'm Lemony. I'm Azine.
We are Venom.
The only one I am not is Vignier.
Why? But then, where is Vignier?
She doesn't want to see you anymore. Every tendril of her consciousness is avoiding you. This is what you get for your selfishness. Your selfishness robbed us of our lives and our futures. You said time and time again that you'd do any and everything for her.
Hey, yo, hear me out, W Genshin writers, because I did not want this nigga to get a happy ending. So...
But did you ever consider whether she'd want to see you do the things that you did? If she would despise you for what you became? You are a liar, a heartless murderer, and a cowardly narcissist. The only thing you are not is Vignier's beloved. From the moment your first victim died and her consciousness merged with Vignier's, she has had nothing but pure hatred for you.
Damn. Damn, they really tricked me. They got my ass.
No. Yeah. She can't hate me. Let me see her. Please. Have mercy.
You still don't understand. When I said don't look for me, that came from the real Vignier. She really doesn't want to see you anymore. But on top of that, she also said that because it's her final drop of pity for you.
Damn.
She said that because she knew that if you did come here, we will show no mercy to you.
Damn right.
Vache. Vache? Vache. 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 Drown.
So remember how you said this motherfucker drowns, Lou? I I would like to say he got exactly what he deserves. Homeboy is catatonic. You got what you wanted. Your soul is now with her in the primordial sea. Sucks that you're gonna get tortured, but I mean, like, fuck you.
We have some time to do shopping.
Ah, okay, I understand what you meant, Lou. It automatically teleported me here.
Since we've been able to relax.
Huh. Well met, partner. I knew something great was
Hey,
going
by
to
the way,
happen
it's
when I
raining
woke up
right
in
now, and
such
that
a
makes
good
me
mood
scared.
today.
Even this weather can't put a damper on the demoiselle's mood.
It's a pleasure to see you both again.
Oh, hey, Navia! It's been a few days. Paimon's already started to miss you.
Oh, now that I believe. I'm easy to work with and always bring home the bacon.
Sounds like you're really enjoying life these days, Navia.
It's just been one thing after the other. Everyone from Spina di Rosula organized a memorial for my father. This time, though, everyone in Poisson, and even many people from the court, all attended.
So his name's definitely been cleared now. That's what we like to hear.
It's been the dearest wish of Demoiselle all along.
That blasted stubborn fool. Oh, by the way, I ran into Charlotte just after I left the memorial service. Well, maybe it'd be more accurate to say I knew she would be there.
Huh? So you know Charlotte too?
Yeah, way back when I first became the president of the Spina di Rosula. I believe the story was called The True Heart of Darkness. To be fair, though, it was a really flattering feature. She was trying to lean on our friendship to get me to do an exclusive piece on the serial disappearances case.
Oh yeah, she told us about that. She's always been super interested in that case, so now her wishes finally come true too.
Anyway, I told her to make sure that when she writes about you guys entering the opera house with the critical evidence, that you both sound really cool.
Oh, thanks for that.
Now that's another thing to look forward to.
Oh, and in other news, I also took Clorand out for a meal.
Ruth!
Oh, are you two on better terms now?
While you were investigating Vache's headquarters, Clorand gave testimony on my father's behalf. It was thanks to her that we were able to turn the tide. I wanted to thank her. I mean, there's also no point in being awkward all the time.
Oh, that's great. Paimon also thought Clorand wasn't actually a bad person.
Anyway, now that the case has finally been solved, perhaps it will slowly begin to fade from the public consciousness. Oh, actually, there's still one last thing I need to do.
What is it?
I should pay a visit to my father's grave and tell him the truth of what happened, as well as how it all ended. And on top of that, just how much people still look up to him to this day. That includes me, too.
Yay!
Miss Navia.
Why is it raining? Is Nivlet weeping from what's happening in front of him? The rain has nothing to do with Nivlet. No.
Indeed.
We want to go too. We also think Callus is a really admirable person.
Bro, I just want to finish this quest.
I'd like you two to share the moment with me. After all,
I feel like Fiorina
without
would
you,
have more control
it
over
might
the
not
rain
have
than
been such a
Nivlet would.
positive ending.
And in that case, everyone, let's be off.
Yeah, you're right. It's been raining non-stop for a few days now.
Seems like it's been raining since that guy lost his mind, just saying.
This is where my father's grave is.
Huh? There's someone there already. Isn't that Dervalette? Why would the Chief Justice be here? Huh? Navia?
Hey, Nivlet. Maybe CJ was right.
My apologies. I should have asked before coming to pay my respects.
Don't say that.
Sorry about that.
Oh, I was trying to say there's no need for you to apologize. I wanted to show my father how much I've grown. But still, I doubt I've grown to the point that even the Chief Justice would feel compelled to apologize to me over and over.
In that case, I will stop apologizing for now.
You really could use some pointers on understanding human emotions, Monsieur Neuvillette. In any case,
Why did you come to Poisson?
Well, ever since that day, I've been turning a question over and over in my head. There was once a time when I didn't want to believe that there could be anything more important to humans than life itself. Oh, rather than that, it's probably more truthful to say I didn't believe humans were capable of resisting the most basic instinct of living things. That they could rebel against their own nature, or consider certain things to be more important than their own lives. Which is also why I didn't stop your father from beginning that fateful duel. I believed that a truly innocent man would never throw away his life like that. That there was nothing, should have been nothing more important than one's own continued survival. But Mr. Callis proved me utterly and decisively wrong. If not for his sacrifice, the serial disappearances case would have remained unsolved to this day.
This is true. If he hadn't died, no one would have looked into anything.
Mr. Callis made the choice he did for his daughter, for his associates, and for many people completely unrelated to him. And in the end, from a certain perspective, one could say that he did it all for the sake of justice. A justice that's higher than life itself. So, you asked me why I came here. I just wanted to say my apologies to Mr. Callis in person. This regret has filled me with a sadness that has haunted me for days.
CJ! Why are you right? God, why are you right? I don't want you to be right. Oh, I don't want you to be right. I don't want him to be the dragon. Come on, man.
That high and mighty chair in the opera epiclese indeed insulates.
Damn, am I gonna have to take this L? I'm gonna have to take this L. I think CJ's right.
Thank you so much for your hard work and perseverance.
I'm sorry for being mad at you before. So, you're actually one of those types that's cold on the outside, but pretty thoughtful on the inside, huh?
Sorry about that. Self-expression is not one of my strong suits.
Didn't I just say you don't need to apologize?
Ah, so Navia and Neuvillette seem to have made their peace as well. Let's not disturb them for now. We can wait till after they're done.
And he's gone, and it's not raining anymore.
Paimon's never paid respects at someone's grave before. Huh? Oh, Paimon didn't know that was a thing? Oh no. Paimon hopes Miss Navia won't be too
It's good to get out and stretch your legs once in a while.
Oh, thank you. Ooh.
Anyway, Neuvillette is still standing around there. It's not often that we can catch him alone like this, so why don't we go talk to him for a bit? If we can't talk to Lady Farina, we can at least talk to him, right?
Alright. What, talk to Neuvillette? Or am I looking at something? Oh, there he is. Hello, sir. Mr. Possible Dragon / Narwhal.
Oh, it's you two. Did Miss Navia invite you to come pay your respects to her father?
Mm-hmm. We ran into Navia on the streets today, so we just followed her here.
I see, I see. Then is there something that I can help you with?
Well, it's pretty hard to run into you like this, since you're usually super busy.
Please feel free. Though outsiders, you helped us solve one of the greatest mysteries in Fontaine, and it would be my pleasure to return the favor.
About the prophecy.
That the sea levels will rise and everyone will be dissolved in water, leaving Farina crying alone on her throne, but the sins of the people will be finally washed away for good. Does that appropriately summarize the version you've heard?
It does, indeed.
That's right! It was Lenny that told us back then.
Yes, up to the present, I think we reached a point where we have no choice but to confront this prophecy directly. Rumors have it that this prophecy is rooted in the last words the former Hydro Archon left to the world before she passed away.
Oh, damn it! Theory denied. I'm taking the L. I was hoping it would have been such a good story. Alright, so the old Hydro Archon passed away. But that's what's confusing, is that the entire story was like saying that there were 2 Hydro Archons at the time. So that's why I'm confused, because we keep hearing like, oh, Fontaine is the only place that has 2 Archons. Like, there's 2 alive. So that's why it was her mom? It was her mom? Why would it be her mom?
A prophecy? Of the former Hydro Archon? Wow. This is the first time that we've ever heard of it.
2 parts of the prophecy have already proven correct. The rising sea levels and the ability of the people of Fontaine to be dissolved. We should be more vigilant and stay on the watch for further signs.
Hey, Brock! How's it going? Welcome in. We're just finishing up some story.
Farina has also always taken it quite seriously. Indeed, she has been collecting information and intelligence from across Tevat for this purpose. If the rumors were true, then perhaps this prophecy is the conundrum left to Farina by her predecessor.
But with Farina being the way she is, can we really trust her to solve it?
Paimon, everyone tells me she gets better. So, here's to hoping.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
Yeah, a lot. We got some stuff to sit through, guys. Because I need answers. Just chilling, glad, because we're getting information. We're getting lore. I'm learning a lot. I've just realized that I've lost a personal bet with myself about a theory about this guy, and can't wait to find out what he actually is, because he's definitely not human.
Special water as water from the primordial sea, but what is it really?
Truthfully, that name is already quite accurate. I can only surmise that Vacher and his ilk only learned of its nature and existence after extensive research.
What if the Oratrice is influenced by Arcan blood? Ooh. So you think someone can tip the scales, Lord of Mercy. You think someone can tip the scales if they, like, swiped a little bit of Fiorina blood? I like your PNG. Thank you. I actually made it on Pick Crew. I need to link it in my profile.
There used to be a special sea on the surface of this planet. The nature of its seawater was rather different from that of the sea we know today. Most of Tevat's life forms were first born in that special sea. You could say it nurtured much of the life on this planet.
Huh. So it really was where everything began. It makes sense to call it primordial then.
But today, the primordial sea no longer exists on the planet's surface. What Vacher discovered must have been some kind of special case, or a remnant from a truly ancient age.
Huh. So that's how it is. Oh, you really know everything, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Oh, little doggy, I like that emote. It's cute.
Then why would people, at least people from Fontaine, dissolve in that kind of water?
Indeed. Why would the primordial sea, which was known to engender and nurture life, suddenly reverse itself and devour life instead? To be frank, that also doesn't match my understanding of this world and its laws. There must still be some unknown secrets around the people of this land.
Not so much swiping blood, but when has Fiorina used her vision at all? She used it in the beginning a little bit, like she started summoning something, and then I think Lenny stopped her. But we haven't done anything with her, so we haven't actually fought her, and she probably was going to send Clorinde to fight us anyway, so I don't know if we actually have ever seen her use her vision.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
About child.
My apologies. My investigation has still not reached its conclusion.
If my logo is on the theme of PNG... Oh yeah, I have to switch it over. I always forget to. I keep telling myself I need to do that. I keep forgetting to do it.
However, I still believe the judgment of the Oratrice was not rendered arbitrarily.
But you also said you thought he was innocent.
For many years, I have been quite aware that the Oratrice does not simply mechanically repeat the verdict that I give on each case. As a divinely created mechanism, The people's
I
unified
do it myself.
faith in
Yeah,
the concept
all
of
of the
justice
logos
is
and like
integrated
overlays and stuff you see here, I've made all of this myself. I made it all in Canva. Even my little banners and stuff under my profile, I made all of those, not literally by hand, but I used Canva to make all of that.
Not only can it produce the incredible power of indemnitium, but it likely also possesses other traits, such as, which is all to say,
I didn't mean to
I've
click,
been
sorry.
prepared for a situation like this for a long time.
So when Lenny told us that he heard a human voice...
It's cool though,
from the
thank you.
room where the
Appreciate it.
Orifice's core is stored...
I was not aware such a thing had occurred. Perhaps that could serve to prove my conjecture. I will add that to the list of items to investigate. In any case, I am inclined to believe that the Oratrice does have a methodology all its own. We just do not have enough information.
Okay, going off of the theory that the previous Archon is Fiorina's mom, what if Fiorina's mom is the Oratrice?
Based on Farina's reaction, I doubt even she had any idea what was going on. She managed to bluff her way through it, though, with her time-tested twin tricks of bravado and drama. While we do intend to get to the bottom of this, for now, we regret to say that the Fatui Harbinger will just have to bide his time in the fortress of Meripede. If we did incorrectly convict him of crimes he did not commit, we will most certainly compensate him to the fullest extent allowed by the
Well,
law.
at least that's fair. You make art for streamers? That's nice. I use most of my own art. I actually like making my own art anyway. If I ever want to commission, I'll commission somebody.
No-holds-barred fight with you.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
I think there's one more thing. Yes, about my
Your
sister.
sibling. Another blonde-haired traveler.
That's why
I'm
it's like more
sorry,
interest in
but
your
I've
art
never
stuff.
seen
No,
anyone
you're
who
fine.
matches that description. If she
I'm
ever
actually
stepped
glad you
foot
like
in
my art.
Fontaine,
I didn't mean to talk at the
I'm
same
sure
time,
she
as I'm an
followed our
idiot.
laws to the letter, and had no reason to appear on the stage of the opera Epiclese.
I'm actually really glad you like my art. It's kind of a hobby, not really like anything else of that, so I kind of do it for fun. That's why I like making my own stuff. I just try and experiment with different things. But it's not something I do often, but I have a lot of fun doing it, and I'm being told that I should go to school for it and actually do more with it, so...
Is there anything else you'd like to ask me about?
I think that is everything.
Very well. It was my honor to provide you with what answers I could. I very much enjoyed conversing with you.
You too.
It will soon be time for me to leave this blissful tranquility behind and return to Palais Memornia.
You really are super busy, Monsieur Neuvillette. Paimon thought you only came here to pay your respects today because you had the day off.
Crime and villainy do not have the day off, and so justice must work around the clock as well. This is merely the nature of a justice's work.
All right, you've got a point. Huh? Paimon just noticed that the rain has stopped.
You just noticed that? It hasn't been raining since we first started talking to him.
You know, we've been walking around for a while now. Why don't we go back to the Spina di Rosula base in the court of Fontaine and have a rest? Navia said something about having a place ready for us there, didn't she? Come on, let's go!
It stopped like 45 minutes ago, sky cleaving lavender melon. Okay, there we go. We did it. And it looks like we unlocked a bunch of side quests too. Oh boy. This is probably a bunch of stuff that I probably should go through. I'll do it eventually. Oh! We can do Lenny's now! Woo! Ooh, we got some stuff we're gonna do some next week. But I do want to get through... We're getting through Fontaine next week. We're getting through the Fontaine main story next week. For sure. For sure, we're getting through the Fontaine story now. I'm hoping there's not much left. What's this? What did I get? Guide. Ooh, yes. We love it. Okay, Act 3. There's usually 2 more acts, so... We're getting there. That's a chest. We're gonna do that.
Other worlds is all that anyone seems to be
Time to get some Fremo gems before bed.
Right now. Ha, nothing lasts forever. Right here. Right now.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's only gonna be like 2.
Open it up.
Oh, it was 5! Hey! Hell yeah! Okay, we're winning. We're winning today. There's another chest. We're gonna do this real quick. Me. I have to go to bed. Also me. Doesn't go to bed. Hello, doggo.
Right here.
You must die.
Right now.
Let me weave you a verse. Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Here we go. Goodbye, sir. Give me mechanical gear. And give me chest. Whee!
Well, what do we have here?
Alright. That was a lot of story. That was a lot of story, and I'm very happy about it. That motherfucker got exactly what he fucking deserved. Got exactly what he fucking deserved. Nothing more, nothing less, and I'm happy about it. I'm so happy about it. Because video games have a tendency to be like, oh, I'm filled with regret. Please, I just want to see my loved one one last time. And then it's like, oh, they get a happy ending and now they get to be in jail knowing that they have a happy ending. Fuck you. Genshin gave that man exactly what he deserved, and his lover is the one that told him finally to drown. That was chef's kiss gorgeous. Chef's kiss beautiful. Oh my god. But W stream, I have to head out because it's almost 1 o'clock. I have streamed 43 minutes longer than I originally wanted to, and I'm getting tired. So I'm actually going to raid out. We're going to go over to India. It is her birthday, and she is streaming Dead by Daylight if you enjoy watching horror games. So go over there. We're going to hit this quick raid wall. We're going to wish her a happy birthday from Hazi, and then I will see you guys on Monday for the first return of Poke Mondays for the quarter. And I'm going to do some more homework. We're going to have another Black History lesson in the beginning of the stream. I'm going to try and keep it at that little, like, 20 to 30 minute mark. I love you guys so much. You guys are wonderful. You guys are amazing. And then I have a song for Lou, if it'll play. Not playing. Oh, I have the tab muted. Hold on. I have a song for Lou. Here you go, Lou. This is what we're heading out on. I love you guys so much. That's right, it wasn't his lover, it was the conjugation of all of his victims, and he fucking deserved what he got. Are you about to flex? Yes, you are. I love you guys so much. I will see you on Monday. Night, guys!